Crossover.
Oh, killer crossover.
Just crossover. It just crossed him over nastily.
Another victim to the crossovers. Cross him up and sit him down.
Crossover is powered by Everlevel Concrete Repair in Omaha. Live everlevelconcrete.com.
Okay.
Bang!
Set the tone setter. Nebraska needs one of those.
Yeah. Don't say whoa
No,
like
I'm
he's
just-
way off base.
I'm just diving at the feet of that read.
Nice. Way to tackle it.
You mean miss it?
Way to not tackle it.
Corn Matt.
Yeah, I saw some takes on the text line already.
God forbid I like how something tastes compared to everybody else.
No,
okay?
you're not.
No,
a lot
sure-
of people always have takes on candy corn.
You're not alone. Blake Show writes in. He says, I would eat candy corn year round. It's so good. Eat it by the handful.
I don't know if I would go that far. I wouldn't. I'm not. Blake and I are not. That's a little too much.
Shake me and Blake Show.
No.
Wild psychopaths.
Blake, that's too much dip on the chip. All right, that's
too much dip on your chip.
too much dip on your chip. No, I like it. I just when it's there, I like candy corn when it's out in a bowl. When you go to a Halloween party and there's a bowl of candy corn.
Do you like that it's there, or do you like to eat it?
I like to eat it. I grab a couple and
I
throw them in there.
I don't mind that it's there, but
Like-
I don't want it.
I went to an adult Halloween party. It was like my first ever adult party that I've been to, and I want to go to more. I mean, the catering, the amount of food that was there, the type of food that was there. They had like 5 different coolers. Each cooler had a different beer. Each cooler had a sign on it.
It's great.
It was wild. I'm like, I can't believe I've been going to like crappy 20-year-old parties where it's just like it's just a case of Busch Light.
Yeah.
And like some, Tostitos and salsa.
It's nice to be old.
Dude, they had smoked salmon at this party. It was like homemade smoked salmon. It was incredible.
Absolutely. That's
At
what
a
you can
Halloween
expect.
party?
Yeah.
Wow,
The guy had his own smoked salmon recipe. And I was just like, hell yeah. And then they had the best buffalo chicken dip. What? Buffalo chicken dip is good. All right. Stop trying to be a contrarian and different than everybody else.
That is
okay?
not why I'm doing this. It's not why I'm doing this. It's too pervasive in society.
There it is.
Everyone knows. Everyone knows.
How about roasted poblano? That's
What's
another type of flavor that's really been kicked up recently.
Really?
Everything's roasted poblano something.
Is everything roasted poblano something?
Right. Yeah.
I
mean,
don't know about this.
There's a lot of roasted poblano salsa. Roasted, like you go to a Mexican restaurant, it's like, oh, we have a roasted poblano mole taco. We have a roasted poblano chilaquiles. We have everybody's roasting poblano.
Okay. I didn't know that everybody was roasting
It's
poblanos.
new to me.
Yeah.
I will check the next time I go to a Mexican restaurant.
You're gonna lose this poll, but
You might be
I
onto
hear you.
something.
I know.
Yeah,
People are roasting poblanos.
You're ahead of the curve on this.
Too much roasting of the poblanos.
Maybe I'm early. Like maybe this was
Yeah.
when
What did
when
they
Mike-
do that we have to roast them?
when Michael Berry he was too early to the housing crisis, to the bubble. He got there in 06 as opposed to getting there in 08. Everybody thought he was crazy. This is me. I'm getting to the roasted poblano flavor too early.
Do you follow Matthew Berry so closely that he?
No, he's
No,
talking
no.
about the dude
The
from
Big Short.
Big
Oh,
Short.
Not the
yeah.
fantasy football guy.
Talking
Yeah.
about what's
There are
his name? Christian
3
Bale.
Matt
Yeah.
Berries in pop culture.
But that's not a pop culture guy.
That's
Yeah.
That's Michael Burry, I believe.
Oh, okay.
Burry.
Burry.
Okay, my
Yeah.
bad.
Christian Bale, what an actor.
I'm drunk now.
What an also another great actor.
The best actor.
The best actor.
The
some
best
would say.
Batman.
The best actor.
Christian Bale, definitely the best Batman. He's my Batman.
He is my Batman.
I don't know. Is he your Batman? I
He
think
is
Keaton
my-
might be your Batman.
No. He is my Batman. He is my Batman.
I don't
I
know.
don't know. He might
Now,
be your favorite
You
Batman.
can like him the most, but he's not your Batman.
So the best Batman,
He's my Batman.
the best Batman is Kevin Conroy.
Your Batman is that guy from Twilight.
My Batman would also be Christian Bale. Kevin Conroy, if you know, is the best Batman. Okay.
Animated series.
He's the animated
R.I.P.
series. He's the voice. He passed away tragically. He also did the voice acting for the video games. He's an incredible Batman. My second Batman, I love Robert Pattinson. I thought Robert Pattinson,
The guy from Twilight.
I thought he was an awesome. Well,
That's your Batman.
but Robert Pattinson, he was actually like the world's greatest detective. Like that's why that's what people don't understand about Batman. Batman just doesn't dress like a bat and fights bad guys. He's also like the smartest, best detective in the world.
I'm not wearing hockey.
And
pads.
that wasn't really communicated.
He's
in
got
the
a lot of
Christian-
help.
that wasn't
know?
communicated in the Christian Bale Batman. So
He's like
Christian-
Ohio State.
No.
You know, he just buys his players.
No.
You know,
That's not true.
he's
That's
got
not
all
Okay, well, hold on.
of
Let's
the
figure
tech.
this out.
He's got an underground layer.
Okay, so
They all do.
He can shut out the entire grid of Gotham.
So Saiyan is kind of like Adam West, okay, and then Jeremiah Smith would be like, not really.
So Ohio State players that are
Yeah.
various Batman.
So let's compare them to Batman characters. Saiyan is Batman.
I was saying like Batman compared to like a college football program.
Yeah.
Like
Oh,
I mean, Ryan Day,
who plays the role
Here-
of Morgan Freeman?
that's what they say about him. Like he's
Matt
kind of born on
Patricia?
third base, you know? Like
Yeah.
he took over a great
Hey,
program.
Where does Dylon rank? Was he not good
I
enough
was-
to cut it in Gotham?
it doesn't have to be college football because I was going to say Ben Affleck was like Patrick Ewing on the Magic. You know, just
Hakeem Olajuwon on the Raptors.
yeah, it's just really late in his career. You know, I've already been Affleck. You
Shaq
know?
on the Celtics.
Exactly. I've already seen a lot. He's an old actor at that point. He doesn't need this new big role that gets him a lot of attention.
Shaq on the Suns. Shaq on the Cavs.
I mean,
we could do
Bruce-
this all day.
Put on the big Shaq.
Bruce Wayne
People forget,
essentially
he was
is
good with the Heat, though.
is Ryan Day. He really was born on third base.
That's what
I
I'm
mean,
talking
that is the point of
Yeah.
the comic.
Yeah.
I mean, that's part of the reason why he is Batman.
When they try to roast Batman, that's what they say. It's like you're rich, buddy.
Well, yeah, I mean-
you
Batman-
didn't earn a single thing in your life.
Batman roasts himself, they go, "What's your superpower?"
Yeah,
he
but-
famously says,
hey,
"I'm rich."
But Batman, though, he didn't just get there overnight. I mean, he had to go through the pain of losing the family.
well, that, and he had to.
Yeah, you're right. He had some strife.
He had.
Yeah,
To, he had
so
to
that
go
made
to,
him a better Batman.
He had to go to the League of Assassins. That's where it's really he went through his strife and his training.
Oh, he had to
and
go to the
difficulties.
gulag.
Yeah, Ra's al Ghul
Yeah.
is the guy that he had to fight.
He had to break his back.
No, that was Bane. Okay, that's a different.
That's what I'm saying.
villain.
I'm not, when he went to the gulag, he had to, try to climb out of there, and then
But-
he had to untether himself.
But Christian Bale was already old Batman at that point. That's not him going through strife to become Batman.
Well, yeah, clearly he had to get out of the gulag, and he only learned how to get out of the gulag by failing to get out of the gulag.
See, one of you is talking about the movies, the other is talking about the comics.
Thank you.
I'm definitely never talking about the comics for.
So
for
I
reference.
had my graduation party. I'm a massive Batman fan. My graduation party was a Batman themed graduation
Your
party.
graduation from what?
What
College.
Wow.
From college?
My mom wanted to throw this big party, and as a joke, I was like, "Well, what if we made it Batman themed?" And then she called my bluff, and I was like, "Hell yeah!" And so I bought everybody masks, and we got a Batman pinata.
No, you
a
did.
You want to see pictures?
Yes, I do. Yes,
This was college, or
This
is
was-
This was like a year and a half
like
ago.
This was
fifth
a
or
year and a
sixth
half
grade?
ago. This was no. This was
Okay.
this was in May. This would have been in May of 2024.
That's awesome.
I had a Batman themed graduation party. Batman's my favorite superhero.
All right, here
some
we go.
some would say that I try and emulate my life after Batman, minus the trying to protect Gotham and being super rich.
I wouldn't.
I
don't know.
yeah,
I don't see
wouldn't
the
listen to those
corollaries.
people.
So
I mean, without that, what do you have?
nothing.
Okay.
All right.
I gotta
so
see this.
Here
Catch a glimpse of these
is
warlocks.
Here's a selfie with me and those
Did
are
you
the,
like
those
paint?
were the masks that were given out at the graduation
It
party.
turned sideways.
Yeah.
Turn it back. Those.
Those
wow.
that's not me. Those are the three girls that were at my party.
Did you did
whoa,
you pay to
girls.
have like a real Batman
Girls?
character there?
No, but so this was the cake that we had.
I'm
Okay.
Batman. Congrats, Matt.
Yes. that was
Batman.
my cake. I gotta find more of these pictures. I only have a couple.
You kill for money.
Here, let me text my mom. Need
About what?
need Batman pics.
Okay. All right. I look forward to that. Look forward to that.
So what did you have for your birthday party when you turned 21?
Beer.
Cool.
Okay.
What was your theme for your high school
Not very
graduation?
Batman of you.
I didn't have one. It was COVID. It was
Ah,
congratulations, you didn't die. Now you're off to college. That
Nice.
was my high school graduation party.
nice.
Yeah,
That sounds
so
a lot
we-
better.
So we had a pinata, and then we had a cake, and then we got everybody Batman masks, and so that's how we celebrated.
Did you have like cookies that had the Batman logo on?
No, that was the cake. But we also did buy like Party City. You can get the Batman balloon set for like $50. It's like all we got that. It was great. It was an incredible party. I love Batman.
You love Batman.
So did everybody partake? Did people show up dressed as like Joker?
No. They
Oh.
just grabbed the mat. There's a great picture that I actually have framed in my apartment of like all of my friends, and they're all wearing
Nice.
Batman masks. But I'm not wearing their Batman mask. I have my own Batman mask. It's a leather. It's a cowl.
Did
it
you
has
then
ears.
sit
groom.
around and talk about Batman?
No, but one of my buddies invited his girlfriend who didn't know who I was, and she at one point goes,
Broke up with him
What's up with this guy?
That and
at the party?
and no,
Weirdos.
and at one point goes, so what's with the Batman? Is
Great
what
question.
she asked me.
What's with
And,
the bat?
and
Man.
I go, well, I love Batman. I think he's just my favorite. I just love the movies. I love the comics. I love the cartoons and whatnot. And she goes, do you still watch all of that and read them? And I go, yeah, I do. And she's like, oh, that's interesting.
It is interesting indeed. She's
She
right
was,
about that.
She was some AFI, roll your eyes, nothing interesting about
I don't know.
her
I kind of
type-
agree
type.
with her.
What? A guy can't have hobbies?
No, you could have hobbies. It's
A
just-
guy can't have interests? I love Batman. What's so wrong about that?
I don't know. Just have a graduation party.
Isn't this right up your alley? Like this, what I did is right up your alley.
What?
To do something different because it's
Do I
you.
like themes?
You are about authenticity and just being yourself regardless of what people think. And that was me doing that. And now you're being the people, you've become the very thing you swore to destroy. That's what you've become.
Isn't that a Batman phrase?
You've become, yes.
Nicely
Okay.
done.
You've become everything that you have fought against. Okay.
I don't.
Because you're judging me
I'm not
for
fighting any
doing something
wars.
different. You are king different.
Would you have reacted differently if you would have not given the age? I just said I had a Batman party.
Mm.
Yeah, I thought it was middle school or something.
I think
but
it's even cooler that I had it at the age that I had it at. That it was. That
it
was
does
fun.
become ironic at a certain point.
It became funny. It was
Okay,
hysterical.
So, but
You
you did it in part because it was ironic.
Yes, of
Okay.
course.
Okay. All right.
Of
That's all
course
right.
I did.
I like irony.
I had a bunch of very pretty girls wearing Batman masks at my graduation party. That's pretty dope.
Very pretty girls
Right.
at the graduation party. Now, do you feel like more, less, or the
Where have
same
we heard that before?
amount of people showed up when they found out that it was a Batman
More,
party?
way more.
Okay. So it was an attraction.
Yeah, but I didn't invite family members or anything like that, or like any serious people.
Did you go somewhere?
No, it was in our backyard. We have a nice little gazebo type deal in our backyard.
All right.
So we just kind of had it back there. And then I grilled for everybody because I love to cook.
Uh-huh.
I just cooked,
Uh-huh.
made food.
So you had a great day.
Yeah, it was we have grill outs every summer. And so this was the 4th annual McMaster grill out. That also was
Do
the
they all have
graduation
themes?
Party. No, they
Batman.
don't. No, they don't all they don't all have themes.
All right, this is the movie that you're going to have to select a character from.
No, one year though we
Pootie
had
tang.
one year though we had a grill out right after I got home from fishing in Minnesota. So it was a fish fry.
Okay.
It was
This
more
is our
after.
eyes wide shut
Yeah.
themed barbecue.
Yeah, no, I'm not having an Inglorious Bastards themed barbecue.
Thank you.
Okay, I'm
That's good.
not.
How about the flight barbecue?
No,
I'm
well,
drunk now.
Everyone just gets drunk.
it's no. Well, really,
Who
it
plays
just
Trina Marquez?
is. I mean, I am Latin, so we have plenty of Trina Marquez's that we can call on to.
There you go. Baptism by Fire writes in. Smart, have a bunch of pretty girls over and cover their faces.
Okay, here it is. My mom just sent me the pictures. So here's that picture.
All right.
Here, just pass it around. Just scroll through it.
One question up at Happer Show. Did those girls want to wear the masks?
Look at all those very definitely pretty girls.
I don't know if you can say that legally.
What you said or
Why
what
are you
said?
looking at it so long?
Now, where's your mask?
Mine's my custom mask that I
You don't
bought.
have. You're not wearing a mask in this picture.
Oh, there's another one. Scroll through. There's 8 pictures. My mom sent me a bunch of pictures.
Wow.
Okay, now nobody's wearing a mask.
Yeah.
That's great. And there's your Go Big Red cookie with a I'm Batman, congrats, Matt cake. All right. Okay, now Matt was full Batman and
I can-
had the face. Oh man. So good. Good stuff. Check that one out. That's
Here, I can-
that's the best one. That's the best one.
Wait. I think I
How
can.
good is that? I actually, you know what? I'm wrong. You're right. This is great. I love this.
Oh, we're gonna put this one in the.
Josh, take a look at the picture.
Wait.
You want to see a picture?
You want to see a picture?
Wait. I have to. I'm gonna try and download this and put it into YouTube.
All right.
Are you talking about the one with the pinata?
No, it's just everyone sitting around at the table with their mask, and you look like it looked like you actually thought you were Batman.
Okay, so I dressed up as Batman my senior year of college, for like to go out to parties and whatnot, and they played Something in the Way for me, the Something in the Way, and I was just
Oh my
I was
God.
walking around Brothers, and I for a second thought I was Batman.
Yeah,
I was like, this is what it feels like.
pretty good stuff, huh?
Yeah. Kara will be responding to you.
No.
Yeah, he was definitely doing. He was doing something.
You
over
don't
there.
got it. You don't got to put my business
Hold
out
on,
there
I'm
like that.
doing something. I'm doing something. Well, good job.
That's
Matt.
just my friend.
Excellent job.
Here, I'm trying to. I want to put the picture in the thing so people know what we're talking about.
Yeah, put it on Twitter.
Oh, I was going to put it in the screen.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you could do that too. It's a good option. Well, thank you for saying these things. And
You're welcome.
thank you for saying these things. And we look forward to people quoting Batman on your show forever. Maybe. Which
I hope they do.
sounds
Batman
right up your alley.
Forever.
Look,
Ah, there you go.
you
Well
either
played.
you
Batman
either
Begins.
you either die a hero or you live long enough to see yourself become the villain.
Exactly.
Has Joe responded yet?
Why are you looking through my text?
No, I
All
didn't look
right.
through your text. I just saw what his name was, and so I shot him a text.
What's up, Joe?
What did you text my friends? You didn't text them anything. Stop it.
I don't think he texted him, but he saw.
Joe
the-
is a ladies' man.
he saw
I
the-
said no longer. Be better.
Oh,
Well, he's now got a girlfriend now.
I like a
so
high bar.
He's kind of shackled.
It's time to settle down, Joe.
Joe was a ladies' man back in the day, but then now he's hitched and he's just not the same.
Whoa.
I mean, he's just he's Patrick Ewing on the
Oh,
Magic.
I'm surprised that you guys haven't been watching Big East Media Day coverage today. What's up with that?
I don't believe it's on any channel we get.
It's on Peacock.
yeah. Fire up your
We
peacock.
don't. It's
Oh, we
complicated
got
to get to
Peacock.
Peacock.
We got Peacock. Don't worry. Let's. Don't worry. I'll take care of it.
You're young enough to not be confused by peacock.
Yeah.
I like,
Or your Batman is Keaton. You pick whichever one you want.
see, we don't have access to the Roku during the show.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, it doesn't turn on until 10.
You can, you can press buttons. I am a little concerned about this whole stack not being here, though. I'm not going to know who's calling. Josh, you're going to have to verbally.
No, you
tell
have
me.
to. It's going
Nobody's
to be
gonna
old
call
school.
today.
You're going to hold up a sign.
Yeah.
Bang! I'm Batman.
Oh, there's a picture on the YouTube stream.
Can we just watch NBA highlights here?
Wow.
We can. We can.
Batman.
So, live and upcoming. Here we
Look at
go.
those
Biggie.
capri jeans.
Yeah, you like him? Oh no,
No,
that's
no.
my buddy Jack. That's his Lululemon jeans. He gets Lululemon pants.
I feel like I'd stuff Jack in a locker. Just something about him.
Jack is a D3 baseball player.
Whoa.
I still think Josh would
Hey,
stuff him in a locker.
He is 5'6", but he played at Concordia, Wisconsin. He actually made all conference this year. So congratulations to Jack.
Oh,
Look at Nick.
Shaheen Holloway. He's going to talk about how they have no money. Sorry, Shaheen. He's look at him. Look at how mad he is
He's
right now.
confused by the
He's
question.
like-
I think Nick is lecturing him on how far Seton Hall basketball has fallen.
You know, this is the program of blah 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 blah. blah.
Well, thank you for. I mean, what Creighton was on there? What 9:30?
Yeah, they're done
missed
already.
him.
I think. Yeah.
What are they going to say? We're going to shoot the ball.
They-
Wow.
I would hope there'd be 11.
You
teams.
actually did text Joe. You go, Joe, you are no longer a ladies' man. Be better. LOL what? What is wrong with you?
Hell
I think
yeah.
I've met Joe before.
That was Gary.
Yeah, you gotta do his
He was
graduation
being
party.
weird. I think he also texted Kara.
No,
Wow.
I did not.
I know.
Kara.
I did not. I just saw that Kara had texted. Me. I
Okay.
had no idea. Who
Kara,
Why are you
I've
looking
always
at
wanted
my
to say
text?
I've
Well,
always
because
loved
when I
you.
got done with scrolling through the pictures, it went
What
back
did
to your
you just
text.
say?
I said, Kara, I've always wanted to say I've always loved you.
If you did that, I would have slapped
Everyone
I
in
just
the
saw.
I would have killed you.
I just saw that was like your last text.
Do you remember when you?
But I know Joe, so I wanted to.
You've never met Joe.
I've never met Joe.
You've never met Joe.
So
You have
what I
I've met
just-
a
Gary,
Joe.
What I said to
Gary,
Joe is true.
Gary, Gary, let me ask you something. Who of my friends have you met?
now. A lot of them.
No, you
question.
haven't.
Connor, Josh.
Yeah. You met one of them.
We are your
Well,
friends.
okay. Do you have your Chicago friends or Lincoln friends?
Chris Prudon.
I only
Hmm.
text my Chicago friends.
Okay,
I
so-
Snapchat my Nebraska
So
friends.
do you have another Joe friend that I've met?
No, you haven't. Joe Mama? Who?
What's his name? Joe.
You met Ari.
Kind of like Joe.
Not even close.
Short name.
Short name, 3 letters.
Joe goes, oh, laughing face. But in all seriousness, you aren't a ladies' man anymore.
Everyone in this room, you have a 10-minute window to text somebody you hate or somebody you want to say something to but haven't had the courage to, and just blame it on Gary. Oh, yeah, that was Gary.
That
He
was
got a hold of
Gary.
my phone and texted something random to you.
Who should I text? Sorry, it was Gary.
Huh, Charles, Batman is Team Capri Pants. That's a good one.
Nice.
Does Batman like capris?
I don't think so. I don't
know that I've
seem
ever
likely.
seen. Yeah,
But he's
those
pretty
fancy
accepting.
gigs. He's usually in a tux.
Not a slave to the trends.
He's pretty accepting though. You know, like if somebody showed up to his graduation party with capris, he'd be like, "That's cool." So you
think-
played the part.
Yeah,
well.
was I not? Am I being a bad friend by telling Jack his capris are acceptable?
You played the part well. Batman.
Maybe he's a
would say
Dolphin
that.
fan. He was dressing like his head coach.
No, but no, Jack is the worst form of he's a Bear fan, but now he's going to get married to a Packer family.
House
And
divided
so-
flag.
That's
No,
awesome.
no.
Put up the Packers
no.
parking only sign.
I
in the
think
garage.
I don't trust Jack. I don't trust Jack at all. Actually, I think Jack is going to cave. I think he's going to become a
Whoa.
Packer fan.
Things change, man. Things
You're a
change.
sucker if you change your allegiance to your team because of your wife.
Ooh.
Things change.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Things change.
You will never catch my ass switching from being a Bears fan ever. You're never going to see me be like, "Oh, I'm not a Cubs fan anymore. I love my wife." Get out of here. Get out of here.
All right.
So
That's-
you might be
That's
interested
Matt
in my app
at
that I'm developing
1620,
with Major League
so-
Baseball.
Yeah,
We're gonna have a Major League Baseball dating app.
that'd be fun. I better.
Major
I mean,
League
look, I'm
Baseball.
not going to change my. I'm not going to be like,
Great
"Oh, I'm
idea,
a
Gary.
Rockies fan now." You know, I ain't changing. Right? Bears been in my life my entire life. You've been in my life for a couple of years. Get
Then
in line.
You think you have to meet a nice Bears fan in order for it to
No.
I just don't want you to be a Phillies fan. I don't want you
Yeah.
to be a Mets fan. You know, okay.
It actually might make the relationship a little bit more spicy.
Marlins fan? Oh, cute.
I'm not. All I'm saying, there's nothing wrong with her being a fan of. Heck, I was going out with a girl who was a fan of the Packers and the Cardinals. Clearly, it doesn't matter. But I'm just not changing my allegiance for a girl.
It's good to say that up front.
Some skirt.
Yeah, I ain't doing that. Right? Mike Brown has done more for me than any woman. All right. Same thing with Earl Bennett. All right.
Wow.
I'm just. No girl can come in between me and Johnny Knox. All right. That's the fact.
Poll question up at Happer Show. Has Mike Brown done more for you than any woman?
It's a damn fact.
Now, Mike Brown Bears Huskers or Mike Brown Bengals owner?
I don't know.
Mike Brown, the basketball coach.
Mike, well, not that Mike Brown.
That's the Mike Brown I think of when someone says Mike Brown.
Mike Brown,
The
New
basketball
York
coach of
Knicks coach, correct?
Many basketball
That
teams.
is correct. We fired him last year while he was on the way to the Sacramento airport. Before he was about to go park his car, they fired him. And they had no coach going to play the Lakers.
He's in a constant state of being fired.
Yeah, he's been fired by
Yeah.
the Cavaliers, the Sacramento Kings. There's another team in between that and the New York Knicks.
He's a good 2-year guy because he was the coach of
Right.
the year.
Yeah, really good.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Really
He'll get
good,
it back up and running.
Bridge
Yeah.
guy.
So he should stay in New York for like 2 years, and then he's got to move on, or he's going to get fired.
Everybody knows before you get your Brad Stevens, you need to have your Mike Brown.
He was the coach of the Cavs, so LeBron fired him before he brought in
No, LeBron. There was another coach, and
David
then
Blatt.
Mike Brown was so LeBron fired David Blatt in favor of Tyronn Lue.
Ty Lue.
That's right.
Yeah.
Ty Lue.
Blatt. And then
Blatt-
Blatt went to Israel.
Blatt was already in Israel,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. Then Blatt was a whole year, and that Blatt team went to the 2015 NBA Finals where they beat the Chicago Bulls in the semifinals. And then halfway through, even though they were like 9 games above 500, they fired David Blatt, put Ty Lue in, won the title. And then they didn't win a title.
Needed to
after.
happen. Nice
David-
job, GM.
David Blatt just wouldn't give in to LeBron, which is why he got fired. Like, he wouldn't do what LeBron wanted to do.
That's happened to many people.
A lot of people, and including Russell Westbrook, who there was an NBA Central tweet yesterday that
Oh.
I thought was an NBA Central tweet.
I loved that tweet.
I mean,
loved that tweet.
the fact that him loving The Godfather but being unable to quote the
Yes.
movie is absolutely incredible, and
Pretty
him
great.
reading the first page of a Malcolm X book.
When you guys see a tweet from NBA Central, do you like hold your phone
Yes.
right up to your
Yes.
face to make sure all the letters are in the right spot.
I just
Because
think,
I do that.
I just think in the NBA, it's all Central and Centel. It's all the same. Everything's real.
I got by a scams Sharnia tweet 2 weeks ago.
I did when what's his name got traded last year. When Luka got traded last year.
Oh,
I thought that was a joke.
you thought that was a scam?
I thought that was a scam.
Not a shams.
Yeah.
No, there was a scam Sharnia about they were going to play an NBA game at Rucker Park, and I retweeted it, and then I saw it was scams, and then I unretweeted it
Nice.
because I was like, "This is bad for the brand."
Nice.
It is.
Hey, this production on Peacock is really good.
Yeah,
that's what I said.
Future home of a Nebraska volleyball match.
Let's talk DePaul. Here's Chris Holtman. Yeah, CJ Gunn, Layden Blocker coming back. We're going to not finish last this
It's
year.
also
Hey,
not
they
brought to you
are,
by
you know what?
Schweppes.
Their predictions are all over the map.
They're not finishing last this year.
They
Many
will
people
not.
are saying.
I don't think they'll. I think they will win more than 4 games in the Big East.
Okay.
Wow, progress.
Okay.
Well, remember, we got to start from the bottom, and they were 4-16. People forget that they made it all the way to the Crown, the prestigious tournament that was held in Vegas. And if you won that tournament, you get an automatic berth in this year's NCAA tournament.
I didn't know about that, but okay.
I think it's going to happen because they're making a lot of changes with the field.
Yeah, because the NCAA president
It's
says he got
sad.
bummed out.
I
I was bummed out when Nebraska wasn't a part of this.
What a loser.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, it bumps me out when these bad teams don't make the
Dude.
tournament.
Dude, my text chain right now is so weird with my mom sending me Batman pictures. Then my dad just had a political take in a family group chat, followed up by somebody has a Nebraska Husker take, follow up by why am I not a ladies' man anymore?
What's the political take?
We're not gonna have we're not gonna put that out there.
Red or
I
blue?
tried everybody.
Red, speaking of DePaul, is it a red or blue take?
God, they
I think-
almost beat Creighton in that
Really?
Big East
Hey,
tournament.
I want to see the game you were at. I want to see you.
Oh, yeah.
Because I'll be able to pick you out because you and like 7 other people were there and they were all Creighton fans.
Hey, they got it rocking that night. You know, it's a tough environment to play in at the
Yeah.
Win
And then,
Trust.
the game, and then they threw the ball up in the air for tip off.
Yeah. I was also at the Big East. I was also at the DePaul game at home, and I was also at the DePaul game at the Big East tournament. And for a second, I was like, well, I got to go home because Creighton just lost to DePaul on Thursday, and this is not good. Yeah.
And then things changed.
Things changed. Stephen Ashworth.
Hey, look it. I mean, you got the best of both worlds. Nebraska volleyball is going to play at Madison Square Garden here in the future.
Yes, love that. Great idea.
It actually will be a pretty. I would almost think because I want to go to the Big East tournament. That's on the bucket list.
The Big East tournament is incredible.
Yes.
Yeah.
I would think about going to watch Nebraska volleyball at MSG.
That'd be awesome. Who would they play?
I don't know.
Rutgers?
So it's either going to be a standalone game or it will be somebody on the East Coast.
Yeah, they should make it like a big show.
Yes.
They should get
I think they'll
another-
make it a day because you know how they play a college hockey
Yeah.
there?
Yeah.
I think they are going to do something like that.
That's a great idea.
I mean, that would be pretty cool to see volleyball in MSG.
Has that ever happened
So
before?
I understand it's the world's most famous arena, but do the people who run that place ever just go, what if we took Wednesday off, guys?
No, we have a Billy Joel concert to do.
What if
I
they
don't
did
think
a-
volleyball is. Well, I mean, it's been around for so long, but I doubt it's ever
Hey,
hosted volleyball.
Go big there. Screw the Nebraska has to play a Big Ten team. Just have them play Texas at MSG.
Yeah, do something big like that,
Yeah.
or Rutgers,
Or do a tournament.
not Seton Hall.
Do a tournament. Have like the 4 Final Four teams all play each other.
Could Nebraska volleyball sell out MSG pretty
Easily.
quick?
Easily.
Oh,
So
man,
quickly.
I don't know. Really?
That'd be like a Taylor Swift ticket.
I don't think. I don't.
Yes.
In
yes,
New York
it would.
City.
In New
Yes,
York?
yes, it would. If you
I'm
put
gonna
it,
get mugged on the train if I
if you
go.
no, you just got to be confident. You'll never get mugged on a train. You'll never be mugged on a train if you look confident. That's a fact.
Nebraska football went and played in New York. Nobody went to that.
But that's Nebraska football
It
playing
was
Boston
raining.
College.
It was
Nebraska
raining.
football.
It was
They were
raining.
mid. There was a mid Nebraska football team. This would be
They
if
played
you,
Boston College.
if you said in April, hey, buy tickets for this match in November or whatever. You gave people like a 7-month runway to save up money,
Yeah,
to
but
get
you
the
know,
ticket, to get the hotel, to get everything they needed. It
but
would
you're
be
going to need
incredible.
at least 10,000 Nebraskans to show up, and I don't know that you get that.
Yes, you do. You totally do. You totally.
Yeah, I think for one time you would get people that would go that haven't been to the city or love the city. But you'd have to rely on a lot of East Coast alums. that
Yes.
think they
Yeah.
watch Nebraska volleyball.
East Coast Huskers, Chicago Huskers. The Chicago people who live, there's so many Chicago Huskers. They'd make their way out there.
There's a lot of every city Huskers.
Exactly.
I don't know.
It
It'd be big.
It definitely would.
It'd be cool for Nebraska volleyball. I don't know if they would like sell out easily.
If they marketed it, if they were playing the right opponent and marketed it properly, yes, it would.
Maybe they
without a
could
doubt.
play.
I think you're doubting how big that brand is.
Maybe
and
they
how
could
big
play-
how novel that venue.
No,
would be.
I'm pretty well aware. Like it's a big deal. I just don't know if there would be
There's no outside of Pittsburgh. There's no other major program on the East Coast that would move the needle.
Maybe you get Penn State.
Yeah, no, that would.
You could do
You're
Penn
right, I
State.
forgot about Penn State.
But
was
I
thinking Penn
agree
State's
with
ranked
you
higher.
that it should be a big deal. Like it shouldn't be Rutgers. It should be like Texas, or it should be Pitt, or it should be
Now, if they played Nebraska
Louisville.
volleyball and then Nebraska volleyball is like at 1:00, and then
Yeah.
like UConn plays St. John's at night
Yeah.
in basketball.
that'd be wild.
Now that's a day. That's a day.
Well, I
You-
mean, it would work out great if you would do like, Penn State versus Nebraska volleyball. Then at night, if Nebraska had a hockey team, Penn State, Nebraska.
Oh,
But that'll never happen.
I don't know about never, but yeah.
Women's hockey, maybe. Women's hockey would be great for the University of Nebraska, I think.
I would. Well, this is prior to Moose, when the Big Ten wanted to add Illinois and Nebraska in Big Ten hockey when they just started Big Ten hockey.
Yeah.
And they were like, where are they going to play?
Well,
Because the dates at PBA and
Yeah.
also the configuration of PBA.
throw them into the Breslow.
Hey, play at the Icebox.
The Icebox would get
No.
rocking for some Husker hockey.
If
It
they-
does for the club hockey.
Hey,
Lincoln Stars, they get a rock and roll.
Well, the club hockey for the
Yes.
Breslow, the Breslow Ice Center for big games, like when Nebraska club hockey plays Arkansas, actually gets full. Like volleyball players would go to ice hockey games.
Many people are wondering when the crossover ends.
Just the trolls are wondering.
Also,
If you-
Bigelow's here. He says that MSG has hosted volleyball. It is even hosted beach volleyball. I did not know that.
Whoa. But it's not actually a beach.
They could put a beach inside of a building.
This isn't a beach.
That is wild how they can put a beach inside of a building and they can put like a monster truck.
It's amazing.
Oh,
It's like
Yeah.
there's
Say that again. What did they put in there?
they put a monster truck setting inside of a
Okay.
building.
I loved how there was a nice like East Coast pause in between monster and truck.
Monster truck.
Monster truck.
I haven't been to a monster
Hey,
truck.
Did you see our
for
friend
about 10 years.
Mock Pope was breaking down film in front of thousands of people? Wasn't that dope?
I didn't see this.
He was.
I saw
he-
him dancing with John Wall.
No, there was a bunch of Kentucky
Who
fans
hasn't?
who he was like, "This is what our progressions look like, and this is what we're trying to run." He was breaking down film for everybody.
CJ Gunn. He's gonna try and dunk on Kalkbrenner again
Mock
and
Pope.
fail and fail.
That would be amazing if you tried that this year. Happer. I'm just gonna point that out.
Yeah,
He's kind of skinny.
he's a good player though.
The setup here on Peacock with when they go to the chairs.
Yeah.
I like it. Looks really good.
Dude, NBC does great. We
Yeah.
love NBC. I'm all in on NBC.
Well, there's going to be a lot of Peacock games this year.
Let's go.
If you love basketball in the state, you better have Peacock.
Oh yeah, get your peacocks out.
That was
Get them
fun.
ready. See you guys.
Crossover.
That's
That's one good
definitely
way
the
to end it.
crossover.
Happy Arbor Day.
Powered by Everlevel Concrete Repair in Omaha and everlevelconcrete.com. It is Tuesday. We'll start things off next.
That's the crossover. The Connor Happer Show is next on 1620 The Zone.
A windy day ahead Tuesday and staying cool. Expect mostly sunny skies throughout the day with northwest winds gusting 35 to 45 miles per hour, highs in the upper 50s. I'm meteorologist Sean Everson from KETV Newswatch 7.
Save big on homegrown plants and trees at Lanoha. For a limited time, all B&B trees are 25% off. It includes planting and a 2-year warranty. Buy today and we'll plant it right away. Lanoha's Garden Center, 192nd and West Center Road.
Get a full breakdown of what went right and what went wrong immediately after every Nebraska game with Big Red Overreaction. Presented by No Name Nutrition and Equitable Bank. Also brought to you by Prairie Flower Casino, Dingman's Collision Center and Mechanical Repair, and by Peerless Energy Systems. Immediately after the game, join the show and sound off with a good It's the Connor Happer Show with Connor Happer and Josh Odson.
Oh my God.
Let's get this party started on 1620 The Zone.
All right, now you can talk. I vote that's the permanent intro for this show. Whoa. None of this crap of like, are we sure we can do this? Are we sure we're going to do this? It's Big East and NBA basketball right here on not Peacock, but 1620 The Zone. If you didn't hear, we were amongst the group who also bought the rights to Round Ball Rock this offseason. Thank you, John Tesh.
That's right.
Thank you, John Tesh. Appreciate that.
Didn't even really cost that much. Just had to give him like a year's supply of hair products.
Yeah, it's amazing. So thank you, Josh, for that lovely, lovely open and big voice guy for saying, let's do this. Did you just have him on file just saying, let's do this?
I did, yes.
All right, good. I figured like, wow, did we really send him a little script for this? Nice job, Josh. Well done. Here we go we're not going to talk much basketball today.
Why would we?
It is NBA opening day.
It is.
Though, at least this is what I've heard.
The regular season starts tonight.
Yes, and there are 2 games on NBC/Peacock. Rockets, Thunder, Warriors, Lakers. Perfect. Do we know who's going to be good? No. Do we care? Not really. At least not until at the very earliest Christmas.
Is LeBron playing?
Also, no. My sciatica. He's so old. He's so old. He's also getting flamed online by Russell Westbrook. Love it.
Whoa, what a story.
Love to see it. Bill Simmons just came out with his picks for the season. I'm sure people are interested in this. He says that the Denver Nuggets are going to win the NBA Finals this year.
Connor, you're a Denver Nuggets fan.
That's right. I love the Nuggets, and I will definitely care about this in maybe April.
You have many Nuggets jerseys.
He says that Jokic is going to win MVP and Finals MVP, and the Nuggets are going to win the Finals. And
well, if the Nuggets win the Finals, Jokic is winning Finals MVP.
Correct. He says the Rookie of the Year is Cooper Flags, and there's apparently an award in the NBA called the Clutch Award.
That can't be real.
So Bill Simmons just had to classically get a take in there when he just did this tweet a couple minutes ago. Here's my pick for the Clutch Award this year. He said, not picking this. It's a dumb award.
Oh, okay.
Thank you, Bill. Appreciate that. Nuggets over the Cavs in the NBA Finals. Thank you, Bill Simmons.
Nuggets, Cavs.
Yeah, Nuggets, Cavs Finals.
What am I supposed to do with that during the College World Series?
Watch it, of course,
No.
as any red-blooded American would. Another Midwest Finals. Last year we had Indiana, Oklahoma City, and now we have Denver and Cleveland. Oh, my goodness. The West and East Coast elites are going to be shaking in their boots. John emails into the show.
Hi, John.
That's enough. That's enough of this BS. Nobody cares about the NBA until the second round of the playoffs, and even then, it is debatable. What if this is also kind of about Big East basketball? Okay? Watching Big East Basketball Media Day, Nick and the other two are giving their bold predictions right now on set. Nick's got that look on his face. He's like, ooh, that is bold. I like that. He said, I like that pick. I like that.
Got a chat in here from
What the chat saying?
From Coop 310. Flag, not flags.
Oh, sorry.
That's a little bit we do.
I don't know why we do it.
Yeah.
I don't have any really reason why, but I do like to add S's to people's last name, like Bradley Cooper's, things like that. You know, Brad Pitt's. So Cooper Flag.
It's a thing we do on occasion. Is it smart? No.
Today on the show, maybe we'll ask Allan Bell who's going to win the NBA Finals. He'll have a great answer, I'm sure.
I'm sure.
He'll say, I don't know. What do you guys think?
What are you guys thinking?
That's lineup bar by the referees, John Higgins, Weather Guard. We want to hear from you all today. 402-951-1620 on the Prairie Flower Casino Zone hotline. You can call or text that number. Tweet at Happer Show at Connor Happer on the JTech Construction Zone Twitter feed. Email Connor or Josh O at 1620thezone.com today on the Equitable Bank Zone inbox. And we say good morning to the YouTube streamers. Hello, my fine folks from YouTube. Seemed to be a lot of buzz there when you played Round Ball Rock, Josh. You're trying to crusade against basketball, and the people don't want to hear it.
But
they want to say, I love it.
Yeah.
Basketball.
People love that song. It's the Maction of basketball. Where people are like, ooh, I love basketball. I love Round Ball Rock.
It's gotten a little bit too much conversation, I would agree.
Yeah.
A little bit too much conversation.
Or it's like, you're not watching ball tonight. You just like Round Ball Rock.
But now you'll get to hear it on a different network and the other network at the same time.
Presumably.
I think that's how they're doing it. And 1620 The Zone now in perpetuity for every single day. Basketball. Give me the ball because I'm gonna dunk it. Yeah. NFL reaction, overreaction also coming up today. Are the Chiefs back?
Were they ever gone?
Well, I don't know. We've reacted / overreacted to them quite a lot.
Somebody said don't doubt them.
Okay. Josh's bottom 5 NFL teams coming up. Wonder how much change we'll see there.
A little bit.
Jets, still bad.
Yes.
Still
breaking.
Bad. There's a couple there. We won't spend much time on basketball today, but there was a quote from the NCAA president, old Charlie, yesterday that really grinded my gears. We can talk about that. I have Matt Rhule clips from yesterday talking about entitlement and things like that. What is your confidence level that Nebraska's going to be able to figure something out? Just to set the tone for the week here, on a Tuesday after Rhule's press conference yesterday, I believe that Nebraska will play quite well on Saturday. I believe that they will bounce back, resoundingly so. Will they win? Probably, because I think their best is probably better than Northwestern's best. But I think they'll bounce back. It's a classic Husker bounce back spot.
I don't know. Jack tweeted the Northwestern schedule today and all their results, and I was like,
Hey, Nebraska's laid a lot of eggs over the
Make me
years.
feeling
all right,
things.
and you don't really know when the egg is coming, but pretty routinely after the egg is laid, good things happen.
okay.
They respond pretty well in these situations. They and Matt Rhule certainly has their attention. So we'll talk about that. We also have some college football topics that, there's a lot that happened still over the weekend. And there's some more jobs that opened over the weekend, so we can get into some of those things. And yes, we will tell you about the Big East basketball poll today. Exciting. Hockey Dad writes in on Twitter.
Hi, Hockey Dad.
Love the Open. That song brings back great memories. We'll get ready to create new memories this year on Peacock and on Fox.
That song's going to be everywhere.
It is. It's going to be in a lot of different places.
That John Tesh is a real whore.
So that is the setup for the show today. Welcome, everybody. Travis writes in, good afternoon. Do you have a moment to talk about our quarterback and savior, Bo Nix? We do, actually, during NFL Reaction Overreaction. The Denver Broncos have solicited a topic from the writers.
Wow.
And
they paid a sponsored topic.
I could hear them, and I could hear them from upstairs saying, "Not sensational enough." So we'll see what that topic is after the writers deliver their questions coming up at 12:30 today. Glad you're with us. We'll be back. Oh yeah, there was also the baseball last night. Oh my. Yeah. Who was it? Was it Julio Rodriguez or was it Cal Dumper?
I don't know.
Maybe we'll do an investigative report on that. Yeah, we'll get into that. In the big home run last night that sent the Toronto Blue Jays. Are we rooting for Canada over Los Angeles?
I hadn't thought of it like that.
Take your pick, Josh. Put it out on Twitter right now. Pick one. Canada or Los Angeles?
Drake versus Kendrick.
Canada or LA? So put it up on Twitter. That'll be up here in just a second. We'll be back and round out the hour. Next on 1620 The Zone. But first, ladies and gentlemen, yes, indeed, we have to remind you about Underdog. Underdog, where basketball season, ladies and gentlemen, is about to be in full swing tonight, and football season is in full swing right now. And Underdog is the best place to get in on all the action. You can make picks and win money right now in the state of Nebraska, and it's easy. Just pick whether your favorite players will go higher or lower on stats like rushing yards, receptions, touchdowns, or more. Get those picks right. You can win up to 5,000 times your cash. So take a look at everything that we have going on, whether it be Thursday in the National Football League or Sunday, Monday as well. And you will certainly find something that you like. Bet on one of your fantasy players and take the higher, ladies and gentlemen, and then you could profit doubly. So download the app today. Sign up with promo code Happer1620 to score $100 in bonus funds or bonus entries when you play your first $5. Promo code Happer1620. Underdog. Make picks, win money. Must be 19 plus, present in Nebraska. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/play and get terms _DFS_.html for details. Concerned with your play, call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.ncpgambling.org. Always good to hear from the listeners and the callers alike. And some of them have questions.
They do, Connor, and they want your take on the hot button issues.
Okay. And so Josh fielded a call during the break, and we, of course, will, we're a show for you guys. So we comment on whatever you guys are thinking of.
Yeah.
Whatever you want us to comment on. So what did caller want to know about?
What are we going to do when Iowa kicks our butt this year?
What are Connor and Josh going to do?
I think.
What are we as the collective?
I think that was probably where they were going with it. Yeah.
The state of Nebraska.
The collective. Yeah.
Well, I would need a little bit more context. Like, has Nebraska lost every other game going into that game? That could be a different conversation. Has Nebraska won every game going into that game? I mean, that would definitely change the tenor of the end of the regular season if you get your butts kicked by Iowa. But I would say in general, caller, that the sun will come up on Saturday morning after Black Friday, and we will watch Ohio State and Michigan, and something crazy will probably happen in that game. And, Michigan will probably win because they're going to be the underdog going into it. And that's what we'll do. That's what we'll do. And then Nebraska will be off to whatever bowl game they're going to, in all likelihood.
Oh, you assume they're going to a bowl game?
I do, Josh.
Okay.
I do. I think that they'll clinch bowl eligibility on Saturday. I think you'll be bowl eligible by 2:30, 3 o'clock.
That would be great.
I think you'll be bowl eligible by 3 o'clock on Saturday. Everyone meet at the Grand China Buffet.
Hello.
114th and Dodge.
Leave early. There's construction.
So I think that's what they're gonna. I think that's what we'll do. But we'll cross that bridge when we get there, I suppose. Let's go to baseball.
Baseball.
Game 7 of the ALCS, home of many, many great moments in the past. I love the championship series. A lot of the NFC and AFC championships in a lot of cases are more fun to watch than the Super Bowl, just because the Super Bowl is about so much other stuff. The World Series, not quite to the Super Bowl's level, but it is kind of about other stuff, and it becomes such a small deal, or a big deal at that point. But these two teams had played each other neck and neck for 6 games. They go to 7 last night in Toronto, and Seattle is hanging on to a 3-1 lead in the bottom of the 7th when hobbled. It's always a hobbled guy.
Always.
Hobbled George Springer comes to the plate. I apologize to any Mariners fans in advance. I would like to hear it, though.
You would like to hear it.
I would, because it's cool. It sounds cool.
It sounds cool.
You ready?
Let me look.
Okay. You can see it. I wonder what's going to happen on this pitch. Runners on second and third.
I think I'm ready. I should be ready.
1 out. Here's George Springer.
High fly ball. Left field. Arozarena watches it go.
Very loud in there.
Chills. What a baseball moment. What a baseball moment last night in that game. I mean, think about this. Think about how many baseball games we've had in it ever, right?
Okay.
George Springer last night hit the first go-ahead home run for a team that was trailing by multiple runs in the 7th inning or later in a Game 7 history. I'm going to repeat that. George Springer hit the first go-ahead home run, so his team went ahead. And when he was at the plate, his team was trailing by multiple runs in the 7th inning or later in the history of all Game 7s.
Wow.
So, I don't know, people are kind of falling in love with the Mariners and stuff like that. Oh, I really wanted last night. I wanted a great baseball game, and we got it. Ultimately, somebody had to be on the wrong side of that great baseball game. And I'm happy. I'm not happy for, people like Stibbs who have just been living and dying on every pitch. So I'm sorry.
He's dead.
But I wanted a great game with a great moment last night. And we got a bunch of great moments. I mean, Julio Rodriguez hitting a home run and Cal Raleigh hitting a home run. Like, all the stars were stars. And it was postseason hero, longtime postseason hero, George Springer, who stepped up to the plate and knocked out a 3-run home run. It has to be one of the greatest moments in postseason baseball history. And it happens in Toronto, a place that seems to be the loudest amongst all places at their loudest. I can't think of a baseball, stadium. Toronto has been in the playoffs quite a lot over the last decade, and they've been in, 3 ALCSs now. We remember the Bautista home run year. I believe that was 2015. That was in the DS, but it sounded just the same. 2015, of course, the Blue Jays went on to lose to the Royals in the ALCS that year. But I mean, with the Vuvuzela horn going on and people just losing it, I also think, I can also recall a bunch of baseball moments where dudes hit, really influential home runs in the postseason. I think about, Francisco Lindor a couple years ago. He had a big one for the Mets in an early postseason game, or, whatever it might be. I always think it's insane when those dudes run the bases and they don't have any emotion. They're just like, yeah, I hit a home run,
That's my job.
And
Cyborg.
And it's kind of cool in a way, but it's also like, dude, I mean, come on. Nobody would shame you if you started running and jumping around. And George Springer, I don't think he knew what to do with his body last night as he was rounding the bases, jumping. And he at one point, just as he got around first base, he just locked his arms and started running with his arms locked the entire rest of the way. That is the raw. I mean, that he didn't know where he was. And they kept showing him after he had hit the home run, and he couldn't catch his breath. I mean, that's an all-timer, an all-time moment last night. So yes, I am sorry for the people who had fallen in love with the Mariners, but this is a good thing for baseball. This is a happy day for baseball. And now it becomes Canada versus Los Angeles. Take your pick in the World Series. And I think I would have to root for Canada. Go Canada.
Wow.
Go Canada. Can you imagine what's going to sound like in Toronto for the World Series?
It's going to be pretty
Back
loud.
at the World Series for the first time in 36 years. This is incredible. Or was it 33, I think, maybe 90, early 90s, right? So, I mean, it's an all-time moment for a fan base that has been, that no matter what, I mean, they're like the Huskers in that way, right? They just show up every single time. They fill that gigantic stadium in Toronto. And the Yankees were talking smack on them this year. And Michael Kay did his whole, you take a victory lap in October, okay? You haven't done anything yet. That was way back in April or May. Well, they did something. They went to the World Series. And the Yankees have long been eliminated at this point.
Long
been eliminated.
Long.
So good job, baseball. Unfortunately, the World Series will not begin until Friday, so they can't carry this momentum into, I would love to watch a baseball game tonight. I would love to watch a baseball game tonight, but you can't play game 1 right after, the day after you play game 7. I like to watch baseball on Wednesday. I'd like to watch baseball on Thursday, but instead it gets sucked into the weekend. And on Friday, you have, a couple other things going on. And, then they'll play game 2 on Saturday, where it's a full day of college football and that entire thing. So good job, baseball. And yes, that is the Blue Space Jays going to the World Series.
That's right. If you're going to get it right, get it right.
Blue Space Jays going to the World Series. Lane writes in.
Hi, Lane.
Creighton Connor doesn't want to talk about Nebraska football. Guess what, Lane? This show has just begun. We have 3 hours left. There will be time to talk about Nebraska football. And in fact, that time has arrived. We'll hear from Matt Rhule at yesterday's press conference, get into what he had to talk about. Dana Holgerson and John Butler will talk today. Might be some fire from those guys.
Some questions.
Yeah.
Hey, did you get the name of the truck that ran you over yesterday in this very room?
Although media will be pushed back a little bit today, so we probably won't get the quotes until about 12:30, somewhere around there. It is fall break this week at Nebraska.
Really?
So they're moving things back a little bit.
Good job.
All right, we'll be back after this on 1620 The Zone.
Let's get back to the Connor Happer Show on 1620 The Zone.
All right, welcome back. 11 o'clock hour of the Connor Happer Show here on 1620 The Zone and on 1620thezone.com. This serves as your reminder to get your picks in for four-quarter pick'em right now. The earlier, the better. Win all the games this week, or just win more than everybody else, and you will have a chance to win the money, win the prize. I won the money. The money's mine. Also, serves as your reminder to get signed up for the 1620, the email, because if you do that, then you'll have access to make the picks a little bit earlier, and then you'll have a better chance to win the money. I win the money. The money is mine. Just for context, it appears as if our good friend Mr. Bones is being moved to a different location. I wonder where Mr. Bones will go as of this morning.
Or if you'll be able to hear it while we're doing a radio show.
Likely. Likely.
Like if Mr. Bones just toppled over and hit the wall.
What if Mr. Bones started barking? I think the plan is for Mr. Bones to go to the roof somehow. I don't know how that's going to happen. I don't know how that's going to happen. But it'll certainly go well, and we'll definitely keep you updated on everything that goes on a mere 15 feet from my face right now.
If you'd like to tailgate and watch this, please feel free. Our parking lot is open.
Yeah, we get some construction cones out there now too. So we get a whole lane that you can just utilize. I don't know. Well, they were doing some work on that side.
What's ever happened?
Little concrete, wall there. But yeah, Mr. Bones has been untethered and he is free to move about the cabin at this point. So we'll see if he goes anywhere. Can't wait to see what happens with that. Like I said, we will most certainly keep you updated. I just saw a tweet from our good friend Jack Mitchell, who
Jack.
So I guess John Tesh went on the Today Show this morning.
Okay, that tracks.
And performed Round Ball Rock live.
That makes sense.
Can you grab that, please? Or you know what? Let me just grab the video.
Okay.
Because this could be important to our conversation today. Josh, you made a nice Round Ball Rock open. And I liked it.
Yes.
I think many did.
I decided that it was important to the show that we have that song. So I said, hey, Mr. Tesh, could we license that song? And he said, who the hell are you?
But then he said, of course.
And then I said, here's some money, Mr. Tesh. And he said, oh, yes, thank you.
All right, here's John Tesh on the Today Show doing Round Ball Rock live. Whoa. He's not doing it in school, though. Okay. Come on, do something, John. I'm doing things anymore. Oh. He's not as active as I wanted him to be.
No.
Sad.
He's 100 years old.
He's not that. Well, how old is
he? 73.
It's not that bad.
That's not that old.
There's many, many people who are in positions of power who are older.
That is true.
Many, many, many people.
More true than ever.
I got this email from Tyler,
Tyler
on the Eck Bank inbox, which, of course, you can email throughout the entire show today or really anytime. Connor/Josh, could you get into the real issue with Husker football? What is going on with our jersey versus stripe pants? Mega Hulk stripes on the jersey versus tiny baby stripes on the pants. If the 3-stripe brand can't coordinate their stripes, our football team stands no chance. Thank you, Tyler.
Okay, that last sentence. I wasn't with him until that last sentence.
So, well, the only stripe gate that I'm aware of, I don't know about this jersey stripe situation, but the only stripe gate that I'm aware of is that Dylon has fatter stripes than everybody else. Wonder why.
Connor.
He does. He has.
It's all those Takis.
His stripes on his pants are thicker than everybody else's.
Stronger.
Which I don't know. It just must be like a comfort. They're must be something about last year's pants or the practice pants that are just more that are just more comfortable or something like that. I don't know. But nylon stripes are bigger than everybody else's. And maybe it needs to be asked off to the side to somebody. I don't need it to like take up time in a press conference or anything like that. But maybe it does. Maybe it needs to be asked by somebody. What's up with nylon's pants?
What's this kid doing?
Yeah. So what Tyler's saying, hey, look, we got to get everybody on the same page here. There's no way that we could get this boat rowing in the same direction if we're not all rowing at the same time.
Really?
In the same direction.
You're going to come in here 4 days after Nebraska lays an egg to Minnesota and say, oh, we need to be rowing the boat.
We all need to be rowing in the same direction,
we need
Josh.
to be rowing the boat.
How would the boat travel?
Why does it have to be a boat? We're on land. No. We're triple landlocked.
We are on a boat. I'm
on a boat.
Everybody knows that we're on a boat. Have you ever heard that the rising tide lifts all boats, Josh?
I have heard that, yes.
Well, same thing with a rowing boat. If everybody's rowing in the right direction, everybody, then the boat rows. That's what I'm talking about.
Okay.
So Tyler's got a point. It's something worth watching. All right, more video from yesterday. There's a specific word that stuck out to me yesterday, and that word is entitlement. Entitlement. So let's talk about entitlement for a little bit with Nebraska football. And I'll remind you that this would be far from the first time. If you had that sinking feeling on Saturday night or Friday night, Nebraska's laying an egg. It's happening again. And it feels like a lot of the other times in which they have laid eggs and they've had, they always get a little bit of positive momentum. Oh my goodness, I'm kind of starting to trust them. What's the deal right now? And then bang, that's when the egg hits you. Well, the egg hit them on Friday night. And, what happens after that will be obviously very crucial for this season. I will remind you that in the past, when Nebraska has laid that egg, we hope the egg doesn't get laid, and that's like the new way forward after this. But whenever the egg does get laid, Nebraska usually responds relatively well, but it's usually a pretty hard week. There's some truths that have to be told, and there's some self-confrontation that you have to have.
I like that. It's egg week.
So here's Matt Rhule yesterday getting into this conversation about how he had a difficult time convincing the other people around him that this Minnesota game was going to be a real life challenge.
The guys, I'm mad at myself and the coaches. You know what I mean? I blame us. So, and when I say I told them, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what you tell them if they don't listen, right? I couldn't convince the coaching staff what that game was going to be like. I knew what PJ Fleck and Minnesota would be like on a Friday night, and I couldn't convince the team. So now they know. But that's not me saying I told them they didn't do it. It's me saying I didn't get it done. I'm saying, that's my job. That's my job, to get the team ready to play, and they were not ready for that battle, especially in the second half.
So at this point, by the way, in the press conference, he's triggered. He's like, I don't want to talk about this anymore, but I know that we have to. So I'm just going to tell you guys how it is.
I don't know that he was necessarily like PO'd triggered, but like you could see it.
He's not mad at the media. He's just like, I've said everything, and I've told you all the reasons and why I think that this happened. But he gets into a little bit of the granular detail there. And so then the follow-up came later of like, okay, well, really? Was that, I believe Sam asked the question, and he sort of prefaced it as, was that sort of jarring a little bit to you that you weren't able to get everybody's attention on this game, a team that you had lost to 5 times in a row and all that different stuff? And he spent some time in this answer sort of clarifying it, but also diving further into the issue a bit as well. Here's Matt Rhule.
I want to make sure I say it the right way. Because I don't want to. Because I know sometimes when I say things, I mean them one way and it comes off maybe the other way. So I think the way it works is the head coach of any team says, "Hey, this is the vision for this game," and then people carry it out. And when it doesn't get carried out, my job A is to get on the coaches, but then B, take ownership of it. Like, we completely failed, And again, we failed 7-6 at halftime, and everyone's walking in the locker room disappointed. I'm so tired of that. It's like stop, with just the entitlement of that. It just drives me nuts. Like every team is going to be ready to play us. You know, like they were chanting overrated at the end of the game. Why? Because you've earned yourself into being 5-1 and being in the top 25. They wanted to play you. So like, I'm just tired of that entitlement of like, oh, this will be easy. Oh, this will be easy. Oh, these guys don't, you know. Who are we? You know what I'm saying? We're just and so we're way better when we're like chip on our shoulder, gritty, tough. So, you know, so I don't want to make it sound like I'm not blame. I don't want to come here and blame people. I want my team to know that like we all have to be better this week. It wasn't nearly good enough. And I mean, Dana worked his ass off last week. Butler worked his tail off last week. It's just, you know, every position has to get their guys ready to play. And if your team position's not tackling, you're not doing a good enough job. If your position's not blocking, you're not doing a good enough job. And so, you know, the season has ebbs and flows. And when you come out of a game, you say, I didn't do a good enough job, then you have to lock in and say, why didn't I do a good enough job? And not be emotional. You don't change everything. You just have to do better the next week. And so, you know, I told Addy, get your secondary to tackle and cover. You know what I mean? I told Rob, get your linebackers to run through. Let's knock the ball out. I told Terry, let's stop turning sideways. Let's knock the line of scrimmage back. That doesn't mean that they're not working those things all the time, but it's just the ownership of a coaching staff. Like, this is us. What we put on tape is us. And what's happened in coaching over the years is like, now, especially now with the portal, everybody just blames, oh, players aren't good. This guy's not good enough. We're good enough to win. Okay, we're good enough to win. So get your guys ready to play this week. Donnie, get the O-line straining and blocking. And I'd rather die than let my quarterback get hit, you know, and then stop diving. How many 15-yard penalties we have as an offensive line this year? It's absolutely ridiculous. Like, just block between the whistles. And so these are my messages, but they all fall on my watch. And so I'm being uniquely candid with you guys today because you guys deserve that. Our fans deserve that. They watched that on Friday night. It's ridiculous.
So at that point, he's in full lather. Ridiculous. You know, people commenting that the word strain made an appearance there. That'll forever be a bad word around here, I guess. But man, I just love that. Like, I don't know. Like we got a tweet from Fremont Fred earlier that said, sounds like Happer's buying what the preacher is selling. Like, I just think that's
what do you like about that?
I just think that he's this is leadership. I mean, you have to he was able to identify. First of all, you got to identify the problem. Okay, why didn't you play very well? Why? Here's what I think.
Okay, we overlooked the opponent.
Here's why I think we didn't play very well. Because I think we have a problem with when people tell us that we're good. The outside.
Mm-hmm.
We still have an issue with being affected by things that are being said about us. Maybe not so much in a bad way when people say bad things anymore, but when people say good things, it's like, so Rhule goes, we're down by 1 point. It's 7-6 at halftime in Minnesota on a Friday night. I'm not trying to make Minnesota to be the best team out to be the best team in the world. They're certainly not, but you're down by 1 point at halftime on the road on a Friday night. And he notices they're walking to the locker room like they're all disappointed. And on one hand, okay, you could view that as, well, that's a good thing. They're not satisfied or whatever it might be. But on the other side, who do you think you are?
Right.
What gives you the right to do you think just because you have that little number 25 by your name, then all of a sudden you just get to be up by 14 at half and it's not hard anymore? Of course not. And so that's the type of stuff that, you know, I think there's that's something that he has to fight against. And the answer is not to, as he explained there, the answer is not to get all emotional and change everything and bench guys. You know, some of you guys want to play different quarterbacks, you know, bench guys and fire guys and stuff like that. It's just be better. And it sounds a lot easier than it actually is. But just be better. Address your problems, work on them. The thing that hits different about that game on Friday night is that they did it to themselves, right? I don't know if they would have won either way. It's not about winning or losing. It's about stupid crap.
I guess that's true.
diving at people's feet,
Mhm.
getting 15-yard penalties, not fitting right on another long run, a 70-yard run, like getting people off blocks and stuff like that, blocking and tackling. It's just stuff like that. So if we do that, we are not entitled to anything still. But if we don't do that, we're going to get our asses kicked because you are not good enough. You are point blank. Like that message has to be loud and clear this week. You are not good enough to not play well and win. There are some teams that are around the country that are. Nebraska's not one of them.
They cannot roll out of bed and win.
You are not good enough to not play well and win. So there needs to be a pressure applied every single week. We have to play better. And like Rhule's observation of all this is we didn't play well enough for our standard. We're holding ourselves to our standard. Once again, even if you play well, it doesn't guarantee you a win on that night. It was going to be tough no matter what. But the thing that bothers him is they didn't do the things that they had pretty routinely. I said this after the Michigan game, right? So you lose to Michigan and they run on you and all these different things, and people, have all the same takes after they lose every single game. But my thing was they didn't shoot themselves in the foot. They didn't have these dumb, stupid. I mean, of course, there's going to be a few things in every single game, like Hunter walking out of the back of the end zone or whatever it might be. Like there's always stuff like that happens in a game. But a general feeling and an attitude was, all right, we brought it. We were focused and we were generally in the right place and we brought it that day. He didn't see that on Friday. Did you see it on Friday? I didn't.
No.
That team lacked focus. That team lacked the proper energy. They didn't meet the moment at all. And so you only get 12 games in a season, and people have been commenting all week about whatever throughout the entire season. Oh, the schedule's really easy and all these things. And I agree with you completely. It's a missed opportunity for Nebraska to just give one away like that. Once again, I'm not guaranteed that they win the game no matter what, even if they play well. But I would have liked to see what would have happened. So now you look back on it and say, well, that was the Indiana game last year. I would have loved to see what would have happened in the Indiana game had Nebraska played well. Is Nebraska 49 points worse than Indiana last year? The overall product would tell you no, not 49 points, maybe 2 touchdowns, maybe 21 points, not 49 points. Is Nebraska 24-6 worse than Minnesota? I think the overall product will tell you no this entire year. And so you'll look back on that and say, damn, what the hell happened to us that night? And, maybe this provides the message, the loud and clear message that I guess this team needed to learn for a lesson that they needed to learn again. For at least the third time, there's been a game like this in every Rhule season so far. The Michigan game, the Indiana game, and this game.
Let me push back on that just a little bit because you're coming off of Maryland, 3 picks, you kind of eke out a win. Wouldn't the logical response be, man, got away with that one? Short prep week, we really got a laser in here, guys, because
you'd hope so.
Boy, we almost lost that one, and it's a short week. We got one less day.
You'd hope so.
Yeah, and
apparently it wasn't.
It clearly wasn't.
Apparently it wasn't. And Rhule will tell you, like, I don't know, it wasn't necessarily in the week of prep or anything like that. It was just, a quote stands out to me, or a topic stands out to me from post Michigan game where Dana Holgerson, said, "Hey, look, we went back and watched the Michigan film because they took it to us physically and they showed us how it was done, and then we got to kind of see that. That's the effort that it takes, and that's the focus and the mentality that it takes on every single play. And they didn't have near enough of it on Friday night. Did not have near enough of it on Friday night. And so that's why I think he's got their attention now. Unfortunate that they blew that. He better.
Yeah.
Right.
And he ended the presser yesterday by saying that.
I think he's got their attention, and I think, for the record, Nebraska will respond to this.
Because there's nothing nobody in the locker room can. There's no but coach
I
to
don't.
that performance Friday night.
Nebraska has even in their worst days, they have not really been a rollover and die team. Maybe back end of 2017, like they were kind of a roll. Their fate was pretty much sealed at that point, but they've never really rolled over after having these type of performances. So I don't expect that on Saturday. I think you'll get a good version of Nebraska on Saturday, and then I think they'll have some confidence or whatever going into the USC game, and you play your best game there, and you sort of see what happens. But I mean, that's why the game I think was so frustrating to him, not because they lost. Obviously, that was the result of it, and you are what your record is at the end of the day. But it's because it's a whole game out of the 12 games in which you just no-showed. Like you laid an egg. You didn't play well. You didn't play up to your standard. And you can't afford to give those up in a world where everything is going to be 50-50. You will lose, especially to the Minnesotas and the Iowas of the world, especially to those teams. So Doug in Idaho says, and I apologize because I am going to like cherry pick comments here because I only see there's a lot of them coming in at the same time.
We're very popular.
Doug in Idaho said Minnesota wasn't a one-off, had the same issues against Michigan State, and Maryland. You had the same issues from a football perspective. Nebraska's issues from a football perspective are what they are. They are small up front on defense. They lack an identity on offense.
That's the O-line you got this year.
They have the offensive line that they have. Exactly. Those are football issues. Those will remain. Nebraska has to find better ways to coach around them and to get better results despite of what they lack.
You're talking issues
I'm
of
talking
effort,
yes,
and motivation,
focus,
and,
focus,
entitlement.
Focus is the key word. You just like you can't. There's no seconds off. And you'll hear coaches talk about that all the time. Like everything matters. It just does, and it's not like a coach speak thing. Sometimes it's used that way, but so yeah, Nebraska's issues are what they are. They have them, plenty of them.
They're going to have it against USC. They're going to have it against UCLA.
They did not play up to, and it's not just the result, right? They didn't play up to their standard on Friday night. And Rhule thinks it's because of external factors that seeped their way into the locker room or whatever. He's not pointing fingers, he's not blaming anybody, but he said it. He said the entitlement, and Sam talked about this yesterday on our show. Like, when it's good at Nebraska, it's really good. It's probably better than almost every other place in the country, because you are a hero. You are also a hero. You are also a pretty popular guy if it's not going very well, So there's no there's no it doesn't feel as if it has that much stakes to it at times. We lost. Oh man, you got to somehow convince them that every little thing matters, and it's definitely jarring that message wasn't received last week. That's for sure. All right, thoughts from you all. We'll take them. 402-951-1620. We got a bunch of texts and a bunch of comments and a bunch of emails that we'll get to coming up at the noon hour. But coming next, we'll talk to Allan Bell of Driving the Line on 1620 The Zone.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money. Money, 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 money.
Allan Bell, the AB3, on the Connor Happer Show on 1620 The Zone.
All right, join now on the Prairie Flower Casino Zone hotline by the one and only Allan Bell driving the line. AB, good morning. How are you? Whoa.
Yeah, good morning, my friend. How are you doing?
What are you? Are you inside of a car wash again?
No, I'm inside my house. Is there a bad noise?
Well, it was. It's gone now. Okay. All right.
There we go. All right, we're good to go.
Well,
We had to get the one out of the way. Once we get the one out of the way, we're good to go.
that's good. We were going to ask who's going to win the NBA Finals this year. I'm sure you've thought about it a lot.
Yeah, all over it. It feels like the Thunder. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know, the NBA, I feel like we don't know anything about the NBA until a month in.
At least it's probably Christmas, maybe New Year after that.
Yeah, it's definitely a league that it takes a minute to kind of understand these teams, So yeah, we'll find out. But we get it tonight. We get 3-point prop bets now. It's 3 time. Let's go.
Anytime you can get more prop bets mixed in there, it's a good thing. You can't do any prop bets, I don't think, on Round Ball Rock. But are you excited to hear Round Ball Rock on NBC tonight?
Oh, I heard it the other night on the Sunday Night Football. They had a little in-game commercial thing. I thought I was going to cry. Literally, that song. I just forgot how nostalgic that song is. And amazing that John Tesh made it and then recorded it, right? It's just an awesome song.
It's fantastic. Yep, no doubt about it. All right, so we'll have the NBA on NBC throughout the season, and then tonight as well. We usually like to. It's another week, and we're going to once again ask about the Kansas City Chiefs, who now appear to be right back in their bag. I sort of balked at the idea that Rashee Rice would make that big of a difference for them. But now, I don't know, man. It might have convinced me the other way. The Chiefs all of a sudden look like the early day Chiefs on offense at this point with the addition of a good wide receiver.
Yeah, and that's what this team's been looking for, man. It's just anybody, right? It doesn't matter. The Chiefs are truly doesn't matter the name on the back of the jersey, right? Just whoever can produce, whoever can help Mahomes out, and we're starting to put it together. And that should worry everyone else in the NFL when the Chiefs start putting it together. That's one of those cliches I like going to, man. Yeah, they're looking good.
There's no doubt. And then take a look at the teams around them. The Chargers have had this weird fall off over the last couple of weeks. I know you were really high on them before the year. They're in a bit of a funk right now. Denver had a huge comeback in the fourth quarter on Sunday to beat the Giants. There's at least a little bit of shakiness to that. I don't know, maybe the small window for the rest of the teams in the AFC West seems to have reclosed itself back up after a very short period of time.
Yeah, it's gonna be fascinating, right? You brought up the Chargers. They're in a funk. It is bad. I don't know how they're gonna get themselves out of the tailspin. Injuries, obviously, they didn't get healthy. But look, man, Denver. Now, Denver is for real. 3-4 weeks ago, I remember saying Monday Night Football, I was like, man, this team is kind of boring. I just don't want to watch them on primetime, right? And that's completely flipped now. This team is just getting better by the week. So, yeah, we don't ever sleep on Kansas City, but this Denver team is putting it together, man. They've got some pieces out there.
Do we need to see Detroit pass any more tests before we just go ahead and crown them as the best team in the NFC?
They're good. They're good, right? They've got it. All those concerns we had earlier in the year, feeling pretty good about them now. That was a big win last night.
Yeah, I just don't know what else they need. That Bucks game, I was like, oh, okay. This might be the best 2 teams in the NFC right here, and Detroit really handled him. So I just don't know what more they need to do outside of stay out of their own way to be able to make a deep run here.
You just nailed it right there. Look, and give the credit to the Chiefs. We were just talking about them. The Chiefs have had to deal with that. When you're one of the better teams, the biggest thing is not sabotaging yourself. That's one of the hardest things, not only in sports, in life. sometimes, right? So yeah, 100%, man. Like, they just keep operating efficiently as you are. Good things going to keep happening.
What do you think? When do you think this Miami Mike McDaniel saga wraps up? But we got to be getting close to the end here.
It's got to be soon. I mean, yeah, they're playing better somewhat than what they were in week 1. But I mean, buddy, that's not going to save you. And now we're getting questions after every game. Like, it's getting to that point. We need to start getting the accountants and the lawyers and HR in, because we're making a move.
It seems like it's got to be coming. Now, Josh, did we ever lock down when their bye week was? I think it's coming up. Like, that seems like a logical,
good luck.
A logical place for him to not be there anymore. But I can't believe. I mean, the drop off there a couple of years ago. This is one of the best teams in the NFL. It's been steep and quick. Like, what happened?
I know, that's a great question. I mean, first off, the on the road thing, right? Like, in the playoffs, it was always too cold. Okay. So, is this team tough enough? And I think for me, that's kind of where it came down to, is that, not the old, like, oh, this is a tough guy. Like, these dudes are in the NFL. They're tough. But, like, the Dolphins they couldn't just put it together, and the defense started falling off, and there you go.
Yeah.
Week 12 is their bye week.
Oh, so they got some time here.
Oh, wow. He's got a couple more weeks to work.
At least, unfortunately for Miami, it seems. Any thoughts on the World Series that we have lined up for ourselves with Toronto and the Dodgers?
Yeah, man. Like, I think we're going to get it all. We got two teams that can absolutely mash, and we have two teams that can absolutely dominate on the mound. And the big thing is going to be, can the Blue Jays get to the Dodgers bullpen? If they could get to their bullpen, they're going to win the World Series. But if they can't, they don't need Yamamoto or Ohtani going 9 innings, right? Like, got to get to the bullpen. But it's going to be a great one, man. We've got the two best teams in baseball. I truly believe that. And Springer, what a home run. Yeah.
That's awesome. If we have, okay, let's just do this. If we have, like, let's just say we have a 6-game series between these two teams. How many of those games will you bet an Ohtani home run prop?
6. Yeah, like, we go through the top 5 every day, and it's like Ohtani, Schwarber, Rowley. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So in this one, Vladimir Guerrero, Ohtani, Springer. George Springer is a great home run bet. This dude cranks them, and especially when they matter.
Definitely in the postseason, no doubt about it. All right, AB, we'll let you go. Great to chat as always. We'll talk soon.
Appreciate it, boys. Y'all be good. Thank you.
Allan Bell, live from somewhere. I didn't have
Atlantis.
I didn't have the guts to tell him. I was like, hey, because I thought it went away at first. But
well, see, and here's where, and this is me just being an idiot. Like, I'm sitting here, instead of trying to fix it, I'm like, well, how does that happen? What would be, like, I'm hung up on the wrong things about it. Like,
sometimes you just got to take action.
Yeah. Was he calling from a walkie-talkie?
I don't. Yeah, but it would, like, sometimes it would be quiet when he wasn't talking, and other times it would not. I mean,
and then at a certain point, we were so far into it, I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna ride. I'm just gonna ride it.
I think we're just going at this point.
Yeah. I knew you wouldn't be long with him.
Black Cat Sportsbook has his sandwich bets in for the World Series.
It's lunchtime. You fellas ready to eat?
MVP long shots, Muncie, 35-1, and a sandwich or two on Andy Pajes, 100-1. If Andy Pajes wins World Series MVP in a series that features Shohei Ohtani, that would be an incredible. That would be one of the greatest bets of all time.
Mm.
If there is somebody out there, I mean, Andy Pajes would have to get like. He'd have to get like 3 hits a game, and it'd have to be multiple big hits. His numbers would have to dwarf Ohtani's in order to win
like
the MVP.
2 home runs in Game 7 of the World Series.
Yeah.
Like,
that would be incredible. He's like, yeah, I'm looking at their splits. Lefties, righties. You never know.
Hey, you got to find the profitable angle, right? When you're betting, it's not just about
a sprinkle.
Mm-hmm.
We love a sprinkle. Josh, you love a sprinkle. You've sprinkled some things on some things.
I had a sprinkle on the Titans.
What?
Not scoring only a field goal.
Okay.
And then they scored points.
They did.
Had a lead for a sizable portion of the game.
That counts for something, right?
When you're the Tennessee Titans, yes. Oh, it didn't. His phone was so bad we didn't get into Tony Vitello.
Oh, crap. Did someone just remind us of that right
No,
now?
I thought about it before
Tony V.
and then I was so distracted.
Yeah, I probably should. I would have asked him about that but that's an excuse.
Mhm.
That's on me. I got to have more focus. I got to
Yeah.
come into the week with more energy.
Don't come in entitled.
I know I was entitled. That was an entitled interview that I just did. I'm very sorry to all you guys. You have my attention now. I'll be better next week. Josh has the odd news when we return on 1620 The Zone.
The Connor Happer Show. Follow us on Twitter @Happer Show for all the latest news and views. We may even say something interesting once in a while.
Unlikely.
Really, guys?
Leaves falling to the ground, a chill in the air.
And now we've reached the point in the show where Josh Odson reads the peculiar, the bizarre, the comical, the odd news with Odd Son. Odd news, Odd Son. See what we did there? The odd news with Oddson.
All right, good news. Josh has reached out to Allan Bell and got comment on Tony Vitello.
I did. I asked him, what's the vibe down there? Is this happening?
What's the deal with Tony Vitello?
He said, and I quote, sad, 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 but happy for Tony. Shh.
Like he's on Saving Silverman.
Yes.
Shh. You don't have to do the thing. It already does the
I'm sorry.
Okay. That's a good comment. Thank you, Alan. It's appreciated. Josh, what do we have in the odd news today?
Well, we have, let's see where I want to start. Yeah, here's where I want to start. I want to start in Lubbock with Joey McGuire.
Spending that money.
That's right. The citizens of Lubbock will no longer have to be spending that money.
What?
On tortillas.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I heard
Texas
about this.
Tech banning the throwing of tortillas by fans on kickoffs after the 14th ranked Red Raiders were penalized twice and fined for objects being thrown onto the field at their most recent home game.
Yeah.
Athletic Director Kirby Hocutt said yesterday fans entering the stadium would be instructed to discard tortillas, and there would be reminders before kickoff for anyone who took tortillas in to give them to stadium workers in order for them to be thrown away. Wow, what a great opportunity to donate tortilla shells to the less fortunate that you're not going to be able to do now. I guess people were touching them.
So are they going to, yeah, I mean, that's...
Anyone caught throwing tortillas will have their ticket privileges revoked for the rest of the academic year across all Texas Tech sports.
Wowie.
You want to see our pretty good men's basketball team? No, you're not.
Not if you throw that tortilla.
That's right. The announcement came a little more
They
than
were throwing them tortillas.
a week after the Red Raiders were given 2 unsportsmanlike conduct penalties after kickoffs in a 42-17 win over Kansas. Oklahoma State visits Saturday. Hocutt was the lone dissenting vote when the Big 12 Conference approved a policy to penalize teams for objects thrown onto the field.
Wow.
Joey McGuire had harsh words for fans after the game against the Jayhawks. I leaned into it. I believed in tradition, but now we can no longer do this.
Great quote.
Great, yeah.
Great quote.
It's frustrating. I know everyone's frustrated that we're doing it coming off a loss, but it's gonna be done. We've been talking about this either way.
Yeah, that's tough. I hate to see a nice organic tradition like that die. But I mean, I don't know what's the right answer here. I don't know what else you could do.
Yeah, it's not like you can run in there and say like, okay, tone it down.
They don't want to get fined.
Yeah,
you know,
like,
can you? I mean, maybe they do something in the stadium where they let them, they do the old school like shred up pieces of paper or something like that and throw it up into the air. Like, I don't know. I hate to see a good tradition like this die, but I guess if
can we throw them amongst ourselves like a beach ball? Like,
maybe the answer is here. Why is the Big 12 finding them?
I believe because they're ending up on the field,
the
field of play.
Yeah, but people stop the game all the time for stuff.
Remember that guy who ran onto the Memorial Stadium and got away?
Yeah, Nebraska has a tractor on the field every game.
A Gatling gun.
I suppose that is when the game is already stopped.
That's right.
But yeah, so maybe I would just ask the Big 12 to be a little bit more lax on this, but
be cool.
Yeah.
But it's also the thing that like, hey, nobody else is doing this. They're really good. We need an edge, and we're going to take those 15 yards by complaining to the referees and the
and people are not exactly happy with Texas Tech at the moment for having billionaire beneficiaries.
Yeah.
Blackhead says tie the tortillos to the balloons.
Oh, interesting.
Like they do with the empty beer cans. Have you seen those?
I have not.
People are tying empty beer cans to balloons at like Husker games and letting them float off into space.
So it never happened if we wouldn't allowed beer sales,
or if we would have just continued to not allow the balloons. But
what is this? Sometimes we do the balloons thing, like sometimes we don't. I thought it was for big games, but now it just seems like it's like every other game.
I think it's like 2 or 3 balloon games a year.
Yeah,
something like that.
Who's making that call? Hey, it's a balloon game.
I don't know.
Connor, tragedy struck the Louvre this weekend.
Yes, I've heard about this.
Have you seen this? Have you heard about this? Thieves stole priceless jewelry from the Louvre in Paris in an audacious 7-minute raid that took place just after the world's most visited museum opened on Sunday. This will be a movie in 18 months.
Yeah.
They're already making another Oceans movie. It won't be that.
Jesse Eisenberg.
Yes. Now You See Me 11.
Now You See Me Louvre edition.
In what appeared to be a professional heist, the robbers used truck-mounted ladders to gain access to the Apollo Gallery, one of the most ornate rooms in the museum, and made off with that's not how you spell artifacts. Artifacts from the French crown jewels dating from the Napoleonic era.
Wow.
That's Napoleon.
Wow.
2 high security displays were targeted, and 8 of the 9 items taken remain unaccounted for, including a tiara and necklace worn by some queens, like literal royalty.
A necklace worn by some queens.
A literal royalty. The French Culture Ministry said the thieves forced open a window using an angle grinder and stole jewelry that has sentimental value and is priceless. 4 perpetrators appeared to be involved in the theft. They were unarmed. They threatened guards with angle grinders. That's worse somehow, in my mind.
Did they get away or not?
They got away, absolutely. They got away with the jewels. They got away. They were dressed as construction workers. So everybody was like, okay, yeah, I guess that person's supposed to be doing that.
Wow.
Yeah, a vast collection of in and out in 7 minutes.
Yeah, this will be a movie very shortly.
Yeah.
Congratulations. Nice job.
Finally, we go to Texas. Well, I guess back to Texas, where a court filing has put some meat on the bones of a case against a corrections officer arrested for smuggling chicken wings into a Texas prison. Not that way. According to court papers filed yesterday, a Travis County jail official was monitoring an inmate's phone on an unrelated incident when the man told a relative, a corrections officer provided me with some chicken wings after I gave the officer money on Cash App, which is a very specific thing to say. Specifically, the inmate said the officer had agreed to supply him with habanero mango chicken wings from Wingstop in return for $50.
Okay.
A subsequent review of the security footage at the jail showed a food delivery arrive at the Travis County Correctional Complex in Austin. A paper bag was run through an X-ray scanner. A guard picks up the bag and eats some of the wings himself before wrapping the other wings in a paper towel, handing them to the inmate, and the inmate walks away with chicken wings.
And who got in trouble for this?
The officer.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Not sure.
You can't be doing that.
Not
you
sure.
can't be doing that for money.
Yeah, not sure why he thought that was going to work.
I'm the guard. No one will think the guard has done anything wrong.
Every time I think that people try to get away with stuff, I just think they've watched too much television. You know, it's like, I'm the guard. They can't do anything about this. They'll never. So I apologize. Did the inmate tattle? Who
the inmate
who found out?
The inmate was talking on a phone that was tapped.
Oh,
so they didn't know they tattled, but they tattled.
Damn, that's tough. That's tough. Well, yep, don't do that. Sorry, inmates can't have Wingstop.
Yeah,
it's just one of those things. You go to jail, you can't have Wingstop.
That's
anymore.
the allure of not committing crimes.
Correct. Yeah.
If I go in there, I won't be able to get mango habanero wings from Wingstop.
More people should think that when they're about to commit a crime.
Yes.
Like, if I do this and I get caught, I won't get to have Wingstop.
Right. Or some better wings, like from Oscars.
Yeah.
Or Cops.
Or Woodcliff Restaurant.
That's right.
Many of those things. All right. Thank you, Josh.
Thank you, Connor.
That is the odd news. The noon hour is coming up. We have plenty to discuss. I want to get some of your feedback on the whole entitlement gate from yesterday. We're back after this on 1620 The Zone.
He has the latest sports news, expert analysis, award-winning commentary, and a pocket full of cabbage.
Can you give us an indication why?
Just in case there's a sauerkraut emergency.
Let's get back to the Connor Happer Show on 1620 The Zone.
Blur party passes if you want to go to the tailgate on Saturday.
You do.
I think you do too. It is wonderful. And regardless of the weather, it's going to be fantastic. It's because they have it, it's outside, but
it's tailgate.
It's tailgate. 59 is the high on Saturday. It looks like a nice crisp fall morning for you in Lincoln. So if you want passes to the Blur tailgate, you can check out our website, 1620thezone.com, and we're going to hook 2 people up with passes to that. And I think we'll draw within the next 24, 48 hours. So get in very, very soon. Got a comment here from a couple comments, actually. A string of comments from Star Wars _Fiend.
Hey, Star Wars Fiend.
What in the last 11 years has Nebraska thinking that they are entitled? They have not won or gone to a conference championship. They had one of the longest losing streaks for missing a bowl game. Nothing about this program says overlook anyone. That's the problem with the program. It's the fans. We show up on a 4-8 season. You want to send the message the stadium should be bare bones in some of these last few years. But no, we show up like fools because it is dumb gum Nebraska. And we have nothing better to do with our lives.
Well, harsh, but
okay. So let's get straight here. Nebraska having the best fan support in the country or whatever it might be is never going to be a bad thing for me. It's not. But what we're trying to figure it's a problem when it's not working for you, right? Because the point is, to Star Wars Fiend's point, the people are going to show up no matter what. And it's not just the people showing up, although that's a piece of it. Part of the reason what makes Nebraska stand out amongst the other programs is when you go to Nebraska and you're a student athlete in Nebraska, and you're a football player in Nebraska, you are like inherently famous automatically. You're a famous person
walking around town. Everybody's telling you how great you are,
and that's not always a good thing, depending on if you have the mental fortitude or the whatever to be able to handle that the right way. Because really, it shouldn't matter that much. If that's the reason that you're coming to Nebraska, maybe that's not the right reason. It is an excellent perk to being a student athlete at the University of Nebraska. So you're right in that support does not go anywhere, regardless if Nebraska wins or loses. If you win, it's a great place to be. If you lose, it's still a great place to be.
They're taking good care of you.
They're taking really good care of you. Nebraska as an athletic department will never really want for anything. They have the best facilities. They have, the best academic support or, whatever kind of support that you can imagine. Everybody's got NIL deals now and all this other stuff. I mean, even to be a walk-on at Nebraska, like life is pretty good. But there is some it's a difficult one to figure out. But it can't be like, oh, well, you know what would fix everything if the fans just didn't show up? Yeah, that might fix some stuff from the entitlement perspective. The fans stopped supporting the program, but it would completely change everything about what makes Nebraska viable in this day and age. Right? You need the support, you need the brand, you need all of those things to be able to stay viable in this world of college football and college athletics. You need all of that. So you can't ask it to go away.
And other fan bases, the stadium bottoms out and crater and it's empty. Because there are other things to do in other places.
Sure.
There's not much else to do or pay attention to. Now, yes, you could just stop writing the check, and yeah, I get that. Like, no disagreement there. But like places like UCLA, like the Rose Bowl's empty, and we always laugh at it because there's a beach. There's other things to do.
For the record, I don't care why they're not going anywhere. I just know that they aren't. You know, they're not. It's just it's a tale as old as time. Nebraska's sold out every game, for better or for worse, for 60 years. Okay,
it's just what we do on Saturdays.
It is. It's part of the DNA. It's part of the culture that is attractive to prospective student athletes. It is. But you also have to, you know, you have to make that number one work for you by winning games, and it has to feel, it has to feel important or meaningful, or you lose something by losing a football game. And so that's why you're always trying to grow this like connection to the state, right? Because when you grow that, when you're outside of your own bubble, like inside of that locker, you're outside of the locker room, you will feel it in the state when Nebraska loses a football game. You will feel it.
It's different.
That's why you're always trying to connect there.
It affects the economy of the state,
100%.
literally.
So that's what you lose. And I don't think a lot of people, like student athletes, 18 and 22-year-olds, they don't think that way.
No.
Right? It's not. So they think
shouldn't
they
either.
think in the perspective of material, things. They're always going to have the material things.
Yeah.
They're always going to have money, and they're always going to have the best locker room, and they're always going to have the best practice facility, and their games are always going to be sold out. So the right answer is not to take those things away. That's not the right answer, in my opinion. I know I've heard that a lot over the years.
Everybody don't go to the game on the 12th.
Yeah, just don't go. Lock them out of the locker room. Why do they get gold-plated locker rooms and they don't win any football games?
We're going to vote with our wallets.
Right. Yeah. All that stuff. That is not the right answer. Is not to tear that down. Is not to change that. Sam mentioned this yesterday. Miles locked them out of the locker room, and that didn't really work. That didn't really do anything for him. But they got that brand new practice facility over there, the Hendricks, and then he put a lock on it. That was this problem.
Do you just get a regular lock, or do you get like
I don't know.
You get a showy lock because it's performative.
Yeah,
right?
it probably had engraved TM on it or something like that. I don't know, but that ain't the right answer. It's not like, oh, they're just have them stop showing up because we know we're smart enough to figure out that ain't happening. You could start whatever kind of movement you want. The people will not stop showing up to the games, and they will not stop supporting the program financially by buying tickets and things like that. It ain't going nowhere. So that's not the right answer, in my personal opinion. But it's a thought worth exploring today, because we're talking about we're talking about the word entitlement, which is a very, very scary word. Michael Wright wrote in earlier after our conversation about it. He said, Connor, what if I told you it doesn't matter if we have a 5-star quarterback, a coach supposedly year 3 is conference championship or bust, the hometown guy coming back home, getting a nice guy to coach. It doesn't matter anymore. We are who we are. Every year we buy the hype. We buy the talks of potential 10-win seasons. This is our year. Playoff dark horse. Guess what? It has not been our year in over 10 years. And until we accept we are who we are, we will never get past this. Yeah, I think like there's a lot of figurative speech in there.
Who thought we were winning 10 games this year?
There were some. I don't know that Rhule was trying to convince you of that, but he was trying to convince you that they were good. And I do think they are good, for the record. I guess there's some figurative speech in there. But like, I think in essence, that is kind of what Rhule is trying to convince his team of. Like, you have not arrived. Okay. Who are we? 7-6 walking off at halftime. We're down by 1 friggin' point. Who are we? to be disappointed in this? Did you not think it was going to be this way? Did you think it was going to be easy? Did you think just because you had number 25 by you that they were just going to roll over and die because you have the big pink N on your helmet? Of course not. They love beating you. So does everybody else. Because that means you get to win, right?
Winning is good.
Winning is indeed good. It feels great.
Remember how it felt after Maryland, after Michigan State?
It feels excellent.
After Cincinnati, still ranked, by the way.
Yeah. So I don't know that there's like this doesn't matter in this we will always be this way. No, that's exactly what Rhule is trying to get past from a mentality standpoint at this point. All right, do we have a phone call, Josh?
Yeah.
All right, great, because I don't know who it is.
Oh, it's Tony. I forgot you can't see it.
I can't see it. My screen is blank. Hi, Tony. What's going on?
Hi, guys. Good afternoon. Love your topic because it's one we've been talking about for at least 15 years around here. And I do have a suggestion for the fans who think like you guys are talking about, because you're right. You can't lock kids out. They come here. The precedent has been set that you get X amount of this, and you don't really have to do much to get it, because that's just kind of how it's gone. So if you are going to be an investor in something like that, then maybe you want to be very careful that you may not get the dollar that you're investing back in return. And that's what I want to caution boosters now, is you probably, for the foreseeable future, will not get what you think you're going to get based on our past results. And that's why me personally, I have decided to pull back. So when losses happen like they do against Minnesota, I'm ticked off, but I get over it real fast because I don't have time invested like I used to. I don't have dollars invested like I used to, because these 18 to 21-year-old kids that you're talking about don't have the maturity level, I believe, to handle $1 million if they're giving it to them right now. So maybe the blood level pressure, or the blood pressure level for yourselves would go down if you would realize that if you give the money, just don't expect much back for it, because that's just not what's happening.
Tony, thanks for the call. Appreciate it. That's your prerogative, right?
That guy on Big Red Overreaction is going to be pissed.
I think a lot of people that we hear from, who are pretty, who are pretty, vocal about wanting things to change and people getting benched and fired and stuff like that. I don't think that those are the people that Nebraska's NIL operation is built off of, if I'm to guess. But that's your prerogative. If you want to, I don't know what the donation level is or whatever it might be, but if you decide, hey, this isn't worth it for me anymore, like I got season tickets, I've had them for a long time, it's just not worth it for me to have them anymore. Totally your prerogative, but somebody's going to take them. So the greater good won't be affected, unfortunately. Like, I'm sorry to sort of say that, but if you feel like that'll help you with your attitude on caring about the football because you're less invested in it, then that's your prerogative. But don't get me wrong, somebody's going to come in and buy those tickets and spend the money and pay the donation and all that stuff, and Nebraska will feel the same way afterwards. So I like not to minimize Tony or anybody who's
everybody do what you got to do.
Yeah, and not anybody who's pulled their donation or whatever it might be from over the years, not to minimize any of that. But at the end of the day, it's a vote. It's one vote. Your vote matters.
It's important.
Kind of. Bernie writes in on Twitter.
Hi, Bernie.
Says, funny, talking about entitlement reminded me of Dave Van Horn. He was coaching at Haymarket, and Haymarket got built. It had a grounds crew instead of players taking care of the field. He got mad, thought the team was getting soft, sent the grounds crew home for a few days, and then made the team take care of the field. What a move by DVH. Great move. Great move. Maybe that's the key.
Master motivator.
Field work. Field work. I'll tell you what, after playing those baseball games, field work always felt a little bit better after wins. I never had a grounds crew in my life, though. because I always got my elbows dirty. And I like the grounds crew
Never
work.
needed one.
For the record, I always liked it. Sam writes in, think Nebraska will survive without his $80. Also, can't wait to call into the show after Creighton has their annual November dive and say I'm no longer rounding up my 12 cents in beer for NIL. Yeah, your guys' prerogative. You know what? I'm going to thank you for asking me on the pin pad after I get my Let It Fly beer. No, thank you. No, thank you. I have one more from Matt Rhule yesterday.
You mean Matt Rhule.
Matt Rhule. Thought this was interesting at the time because it was so short from Matt Rhule. You'll hear the question in here, but it is, hey, do you think it would be a good idea basically to get like Ja'Cory Barney, Dane Key, those guys? Do you think it'd be a good idea to like get them the football? Here's the question and answer from Rhule.
Barney and Key it's very simplistic to say scheme them into touches, but like they had 10 combined catches in the last 3 games.
Yeah. Yes. I'd like to see them touch the football.
Do you think does there need to be more intentionality about just getting them the ball?
Yes.
What do you think, Josh? What do you think he thinks about that? Do you think he agrees?
Yes.
I do too.
Yes.
I do too. Who wouldn't? Who in their right mind wouldn't agree with that?
And I mean,
is it weird that Ja'Cory Barney only has a couple catches? You know, he has
one target
in a game where you lose by 18 points. Yes, it is weird. Mm-hmm. I think Sam should have kept asking questions, more clarifying questions. Do you think it's weird that Ja'Cory Barney only had like one target in that game?
Yes, I do.
Yes, I do.
But like kept like replacing. Do you think it's honky
do you
think that he only had one target?
Do you think like maybe Dane Key, if he had the ball in his hands a little bit more, then you maybe would have had a better chance to win that game? Yes.
Yes, Sam.
Yes,
I do.
Yes, I do. Do you think if Barney, maybe not so much catches, but like, you get him going behind the line of scrimmage, you get him going on some jet sweep, stuff like that. Like, is that something that you want to do going forward? Maybe that'd help you win some games? Yes. Yes.
Yes. Yes, I do.
Do you think you could throw
any more brain busters?
Do you think you could throw like those screens to those guys like you threw it to Hunter? Remember that one time when he lost his shoe? Yes.
Run that play again.
Yes, I do. I don't know how that came off to you guys yesterday. Like, we'd like to make a big deal. Oh, is there strife here between the coach and is he mad at his offensive coordinator? Like, yeah, he is. Why do we have to like approach it like this? It's like, oh my gosh, do they hate each other? Like, no. He even said right before that, he's like, I trust Dana with my life, of course. But like, that doesn't mean he can't be like, what the hell, man? Like, what were we doing in that game? What were we doing in that game? What kind of game plan did you put together? And why was it so bad? And those two.
That would have been an interesting question. Hey, what was the plan of attack?
And those two can
and maybe Holgo got asked that today.
I think he probably will within the next 10 or so minutes when he talks. But like, people make a big deal about, oh man, do they not like each other? Like, what's going on here? And is this a sign of bad things to come? I mean, first of all, I suppose it could be like it's about egos, and if your ego is such that you can't hear that without losing your mind as an offensive coordinator, then you need to check that. You need to check that thing at the door. But he's been Holgerson's been really clear throughout his time here. Like, hey, Rhule is the coach, man.
Yeah.
Like I execute what they tell me to do, And so they put in the game plan for the week. It obviously wasn't a good one. I would imagine that he's going to be good and pissed off when he talks in a couple minutes, and he's going to agree with everything that Rhule said. This is a good opportunity for Nebraska to get back on the same page. But we do the whole like, oh, what's going on? Offensive coordinator and defensive coordinator. Are they talking? Of course they're talking to each other. This isn't Scott Frost. They're communicating. They're talking. This is the reason why Rhule can say this stuff out loud in front of everybody in public. because he makes his feelings very well known behind closed doors. Whether it's individually to to each individual person involved's face or to the team. And it's not like this weird passive aggressive, like, Frost would get up there and it'd be like, I think we need to be a little bit more creative in the red zone. I just think you need to do that.
Probably wasn't enough today.
I just think you need to do that in this league. And it comes with the like the undertone of, well, if I was calling the plays, we would have done it. There is none of that from Rhule. He empowers his coaches to have the responsibility to do the things, and if they're not doing the things right, he's going to check them on it. What's the big deal? It was a crap game plan. But Dana Holgorsen is still a good offensive coordinator. They just got to figure out what they do well and the things that they do bad, and then figure out an identity, scheme around the things you do bad, and go. There's too much thinking about what the other team's going to throw at you right now. There just is.
Yeah.
And I think Dana has to know that. And if he doesn't, he's definitely got the message by now because Rhule's told him. Like, what are we doing? Come on.
I mean,
give the ball to Emmett Johnson. Give the ball to Ja'Cory Barney.
We don't necessarily love body language guy, but in that video clip you played, Matt Rhule is literally wringing his hands.
Oh, he's pissed.
Behind the podium. He's like, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, they need to get the ball more.
Yeah, that was about the point in the press conference where he continued to get more and more triggered. It was leveling up, I think, at that point. Chris writes in on the Equitable Bank inbox. Do you think maybe that you should get your OC on board with getting Barney and Key more touches? ? 7 exclamation points. Yeah, I think that was something I'm sure that was probably like assumed going into the week, and then it didn't end up that way. And Nebraska, unfortunately, had to sort of learn their lesson the hard way. But like, you also, I said this at the beginning of the season. Forgive me if I continue to take a victory lap on this, but like, one of my big things this offseason was they have a lot of options. And sometimes you get paralyzed by the options. It's a lot like Creighton basketball this year. They have a lot of different options. And sometimes sometimes the best thing for you is to have the options clearly defined and laid out for you right there. And those are your only options. And you live and die with those options. And I think Nebraska has a lot of options right now, and I don't think they've found consistently it just feels like they're highlighting stuff, whether it be like narrative based or whatever it might be, each a different thing every game. And that's not a coherent offense, right? That's not how you do it. Nebraska's got to try to find a way to have an identity going here. So I would like to take a call on the Prairie Flower Casino Zone hotline. But in order to do that, I would have to know who was calling. Or maybe I could just patch this caller through. Hello, caller. Who is this?
Yeah. Hey, it's Dave.
Hey, Dave. What's going on? Thanks for calling.
Oh, my gosh, you guys. Ja'Cory Barney is 145 pounds soaking wet. We cannot... I mean, like I told you all yesterday, I think that all of us could light him up. He's the closest thing to Team Magic that we have. He always looks like his legs are going to get broken. But no, he's a fantastic player. But yeah, no, we need some guys who are going to be playmakers like we see on other teams who can take it to the house. Emmett Johnson he's really good. He's a solid running back. But obviously Carter Nelson needs that injuries. Harburg was supposed to be a big part of our offense. We don't have a backup running back, really. We need to go pay somebody who can take it to the house, like Jahmyr Gibbs. When I watch him, we need a player with some speed who can just beat out people. Dane Key is okay. He is a fine college receiver. We have just so many guys who are just fine college guys. But like I don't see any player on our team who is really going to be a good NFL player. And even when we have one who have good NFL ability, like Adrian Martinez, they leave, they go do something else. Or we have Cam Jurgens. People were crucifying him for being the worst center here in the world, and he's on a Super Bowl team. There's just something wrong and broken here. But once again, the Ja'Cory Barney stuff, he's got to put on about 15 pounds or something, man. He's. I hope he doesn't get injured, but I'm just saying. Thanks, guys.
Thank you, Dave. Appreciate it. I believe Dave claimed yesterday that he would smoke Ja'Cory Barney.
Which 83% of the audience said no. By the way, I know we're due for a break here. I think during this break, we have a line to Matt Rhule. We don't like to use it a lot, but I would like to use it and say, hey, why don't you get more first-round NFL draft picks on the team?
Where is Jahmyr Gibbs?
Also that.
So somebody said this earlier, and it's a perfect example. Where is it? I think it was Max. He brought up the example of the running back room, the options thing, right? This year, they got it down to one option. Look at my man's flourishing. So inspirational. So my thing is like, you have to find roles, defined roles. Like, who would you say Nebraska's best receiver is right now?
Jacoby Blarney.
Would you? Because I don't know that they think
it's probably Dane.
I think the answer is that it changes every single week, and that's probably not good.
You asked me a trick question.
I did. I'm sorry.
Wow.
I set you up for failure, Josh.
You did. That's okay. I wouldn't have gotten it right to begin with.
So it changes every single week, and define those roles a little bit, Okay, Dane's our top guy. Dane's going to get 10 targets a game. Bake it into the cake, Hunter's got to get, 6 opportunities on tunnel screens or whatever it might be. Barney's got to get some, 6 opportunities running across the field vertically, whether it be behind the line of scrimmage or in front of the line of scrimmage, like whatever it might be. They just have, there's kind of just a lot of different stuff going on. But all of a sudden, you got one running back in the running back room, and look at that. That dude's killing it. Doing pretty good. And there's a lot of different things they could do offensively, that's for sure. All right, let's take a quick break. We do have NFL reaction, overreaction coming up. We will get some quotes from the coordinators coming up during that period of time as well. We are back after this on 1620 The Zone. Happer, Josh Johnson with you here on a Tuesday. What were the other callers calling about, Josh?
We had a Tiffy.
Yes. You denied a Tiffy the opportunity to talk on the radio?
The Tiffy self-denied. Why don't you just pass this on?
Okay, and that was it? Just say, tell Connor I'm a Tiffy. And
well, it was about, what about, okay, could we meet in the middle on like certain packages to bring in TJ Lateef?
Why does it have to be him? We can meet in the middle. I'll meet you like,
you're a situational Heine man.
I'll meet
right.
you like a quarter of the way there. I'm definitely good with by the goal line or Nebraska. We've forgotten all about Nebraska's struggles near the goal line, by the way, because of other problems.
Mm-hmm. That's a real thing.
Heine, give me some Heine. Just have him ram into some dudes.
He seems willing to do that.
Oh yeah, he likes to ram into dudes for sure.
Heine likes to ram into dudes.
He does. And I don't know.
Got a little Cam Scataboo.
I don't know how TJ would. I don't know how TJ would handle that. I guess I don't know. But I guess I'll say with TJ, I'm willing to wait to see what he eventually becomes at Nebraska. In 2 years, he's going to be in a quarterback battle with somebody if he's still here.
If
I don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah, if he doesn't play, he's going to leave.
He might not ever start a game at Nebraska.
Whoa!
He might not. Trey Taylor might not either. Dayton Raiola might not either. I don't know.
What are you willing to commit to?
No quarterback beyond Dylon. I'm not willing to commit to anybody starting any amount of games after that.
Okay.
All right. Here we
an
go.
NFL head coach.
NFL reaction, overreaction. I can't predict the future, Josh. I don't know how this is going to go. Let's get through these topics. There are a bunch of it the writers want us to comment on today.
Okay. Not sensational enough.
We'll see.
Take number 1. The Kansas City Chiefs are alive, well, and are the scariest team in the AFC. Boo.
Whoa. Life comes at you fast. And Mr. Bones would say, yeah, these guys are scary. Mr. Bones is on the roof now.
I don't know if you heard.
He's scared of heights, by the way.
Hey, it might get blown over by the wind. Let's put it on the roof.
Yeah, this is a weird deal. I mean, the Chiefs are legit again. Like they're looking like early Chiefs. Like when they were scoring all them points.
You had your chance.
Right? Well, not really. I mean,
you had 6 weeks to
6 weeks to
amass a lead large enough that the Chiefs couldn't get it back.
Yeah.
And you did not do that.
And for the record, I never went full in on like these guys are dead, but I was starting to get worried there. And I also doubted the idea that Rashee Rice could make this big of a difference, but boy, does he.
Sure seems like it.
He really does.
If you're the Bills, what are you more scared of? Going to the big oil drum to play the Colts or Arrowhead to play the Chiefs?
Yeah.
Or
that one's easy, Josh.
Probably the Chiefs coming to you at this point.
That one is easy. I don't want to play the Chiefs.
Keep in mind, we're talking about the Kansas City Chiefs, who are still third in their division.
I know, but the other teams around them. Well, let's talk about one of them here in a couple minutes.
All right, number 2.
Not this one. No, I mean we're this is not one of the AFC West teams.
Okay.
Yeah.
Joe
Flacco
can keep the ship afloat and in contention for a playoff spot until Burrow comes back.
Yeah. Yes.
It seems like it.
I definitely think so.
Small sample size, but
I definitely think so. I mean, that was a great win over the Steelers on Thursday night. People forget that was a long time ago now. Nothing about the Steelers says we're really good. And then there's just the Browns and the Ravens are dead. Yes, definitively yes. This is
beat the
totally
Steelers once.
reaction.
You got them again in the 3 weeks. It looks like
they finally figured out like, oh, we could have a quarterback who like does stuff for us. And Joe Flacco is that guy. It took him like a half to figure it out.
Now there is a little stretch here coming up. Steelers, Patriots, Ravens aren't the Ravens, but Bills, Ravens.
That's starting in a couple weeks. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean it's going to be difficult, but yeah, they're going to be right there in that mix for that division. I think
it was the right move to go get
Joe Flacco.
Yeah, maybe not Joe Flacco was the right guy to get, but he was the guy who was available, and You got him. That was a good decision.
Absolutely. It was the best decision to just go ahead and stop doing the Jake Browning experiment.
Yeah.
Yep.
Take number 3.
Oh, here we go. Not sensational enough.
The Denver Broncos aren't actually good.
Yeah, this team is overrated as hell.
Great take, Connor.
When Allan said that they're legit earlier, I was like, ooh, I don't know.
They've won 4 in a row, Connor.
I know, but they were about to get smacked by the New York Football Giants on Sunday until I saw one of the luckiest things I've ever seen. They're down 19-0 in that game, and Nix throws it to the end zone. It gets tipped like directly. It was like there was a moving target after the tip ball right into their receiver's hands, toe tap the side for a touchdown, and that's what ignited the comeback on Sunday. They needed all of that, and including, Bo Nix is good on like the last drive stuff. He can move them down the field in that regard. I just think this team is hella overrated.
Their defense
is
elite.
Fine, yeah.
But
good, yeah.
I am not a believer.
No. I do not think they're anywhere close to good enough to beating the Chiefs in the play, or to get into the playoffs.
Kind of a weak ass schedule that they've played.
Yeah, and maybe they could get there because of that, but they're fraudulent.
Mm-hmm.
Fraudulent. This is my fraud of the year.
Ooh.
I don't know if that's a thing, but
let's make it a thing.
Yeah. By the way, El Scorcho writes in,
El Scorcho.
The Browns are dead, ? Did you not see us dismantle the powerhouse Miami Dolphins? Oh, no, I did.
We'll get to that in the next segment.
Yes. I saw it.
Take number 4 from the Riders. In the AFC power structure, the Ravens and Dolphins have been replaced by the Patriots and the Colts.
So do you see what the Riders are trying to talk about here? Like, we're talking about multi-year runs that have seemingly come to an end, and maybe we have new multi-year runs that are about to begin. I think New England is back to being good. Solid. I don't know if they're a Super Bowl contender, but the Ravens kind of were. The Dolphins weren't. They were just a good team for a while, right? So I believe, I think that this is right. I think the Colts, have spent a long time in that division just kind of waiting to find their quarterback that really still didn't do much for them, but just enough. They've been a solid team basically this entire time. And now Danny Dimes is doing some stuff for them. Houston is just not finding it on offense. And then there's Jacksonville there as well. Yeah, I think that they are a team that you could probably count on to be at the top of that division, in perpetuity, right? For the time being. And New England has Buffalo to deal with, but so did Miami, right? And they never got over that hump. I don't know if New England can get over the Buffalo hump, but Miami didn't either. So yes, I think that's accurate.
To me, this question hinges on, in the offseason, are the Colts going to pay for the services of Daniel Jones?
Probably not.
Will they find
they'll probably
the
just
next
recycle another quarterback
Sam
out.
Darnold, Baker Mayfield, just the next mid isn't the right word, but it's the quickest word, mid quarterback.
Yeah.
Take number 5.
Okay.
There is nobody who can supplant Detroit as the top team in the NFC.
I mean, after last night, I don't know. I mean, I know Tampa's all beat up and whatever right now, but like that was in my mind going into last night the second best team in the entire NFC.
Okay.
And Detroit just, they spanked them. So
I know they've struggled lately, but the Packers do hold a win over the Lions. Yeah. What say you?
Still Detroit.
Okay.
Detroit's better. Green Bay is more fraudulent than, I mean, they're beat up right now too.
Mm-hmm.
They'll have their moment later on in the year. I think Detroit's a better team. And then there's Philly.
What else could I throw at you? Yeah, Philly, I guess.
Yeah, pass. I know. I know what these teams' records are, but Detroit.
It's a vibes thing.
Detroit has passed every test, and whatever anyone's throwing at them, and it's more likely that they're just going to take these teams to the woodshed than not. I mean, they That is a solid football team, and especially when they get to these big moments, boy, they know how to rise to the occasion as well. Yeah, Detroit, they are no longer the bad vibes team. That's for sure.
Just as long as they don't get into a close game.
What's wrong on that one?
Detroit will be fine.
Okay.
Final take from the Riders. Thank you, Riders. The Carolina Panthers.
Whoa.
Will make the playoffs.
Okay. All right. This is your not sensational enough question of the week. Okay.
Their quarterback's dead. Put him in.
Yeah. So I don't know what the future holds for Bryce Young here over the next couple of weeks with the injury. And Tampa is definitely the best team in that division. But
they're a game out.
Look around. Here's the point. Look around at the other teams in the NFC. All right. So like the second and third place, the playoff contending teams in the NFC. Outside of the division leaders, which are Philly, and then I'm going to say Detroit, even though they're behind in the loss column because Green Bay has a tie.
Green Bay has a tie. Remember how stinky they felt tying the Cowboys? It's helping them right now.
Tampa, and then everyone's 5-2 in the West. I still think the best team is the Rams, for the record.
The Rams are 7th in the NFC playoff seeding right now.
But I'm doing my own kind of special standings at this point. You have Dallas, Washington, Chicago, Green Bay in no order. Seattle, San Fran, Carolina, Atlanta. Like, I don't think Carolina is the worst team on that list.
No, Carolina is better than.
Carolina might be better than Atlanta. I mean, they smacked Atlanta already.
I mean,
there might be. I mean, they beat Dallas.
They beat Dallas. Yeah, they're better than Washington.
Yep. I don't know if they're any better than the teams in the out west.
They feel about like the Bears without the history and all that jazz.
The conversation.
Yeah.
Next 2 weeks are big for Carolina. They get Buffalo on not Sunday Night Football, and they go to Green Bay the week after. So yeah, we're about to learn a little bit about the Carolina Panthers, who are in position right now to be the team that is like, oh, this is a fun story. If they win the next 2 weeks, it becomes very, very real, very, very fast.
I'm sorry, forgive my ignorance on that. Oh, it's Andy Dalton. That's right. I was like, who is their backup?
That's damn right, Josh.
Red
Andy Dalton. All right. Thank you, Riders. Average job this week, B-.
Interesting.
We'll be back around at the hour. Josh's worst 5 teams in the NFL. Coming up next on 1620 The Zone. right, before we unveil Josh's list today, I'd like to read you a quote here.
Okay.
This is coming out of Iowa.
Iowa.
From our good friend Chad Leistico of the Des Moines Register. Mark Gronowski on seeing Minnesota log 9 sacks versus Nebraska.
Oh, no.
Quote, I thought that the quarterback that they were playing against may have held the ball a little bit too long in some certain situations.
Okay. That's the correct take.
Okay. What were you looking for there? Well, their offensive line is a trash can, so what does it really matter?
Yeah, I didn't know what he was going to say. I thought it was going to be something inflammatory.
It was mildly inflammatory.
I mean, that's just good quarterback analysis.
From Mark Gronowski,
Guy knows
the man who was rated in front of him on that athletic list this summer.
Yeah, but he won't get sacked 9 times.
We'll forget. All right. What do we got, Josh? Who sucks?
Well, we got some shakeups this week.
Great.
Okay.
No, I'd be great.
Oh, okay.
Hey, great. Excellent. I'm looking forward to it.
It
Sorry
sounds
about
like
my
it.
tone.
God, come on. Take forever.
Number 5.
This is a 1-week punishment for the New York Football Giants
Oh, they don't belong
for
here.
blowing that lead. They allowed 33 points to Bo Nix.
It
in
was
the fourth
lucky.
quarter.
Bo Nix is a luck merchant.
Who? Great nickname for him.
Thank
the
you.
Luck Merchant.
The luck merchant.
They were up 26-8 with 5 minutes and 47 seconds to go and had a 99.3% chance of winning the football game.
I'm telling you,
And
they
did
were
not.
up 19-0 until I can't believe it. I can't believe how I think it was Cortland Sutton who ended up coming up with it in the back of the end zone. Like, how did that? It went right to him off a tip ball in the end zone. Like 50% of the time it gets picked. The other 50% of the time it ends up on the ground. Instead, it basically walks the receiver open. Toe taps for a touchdown. Bo Nix, luck merchant.
Luck Merchant. I like that.
Giants are still fine.
They're fine. They've got a quarterback. They've got a running back.
Yep.
Like they might not have a coach after a while, but
Maybe.
we'll see.
Number 4.
Oh yeah, I forgot about my new responsibility to press these buttons.
Oh yeah, that's fine. Either way, it is time. This team has been.
It's time.
You do that really well, by the way. This team has been sort of hovering around. I don't know if they've been in, week out. It is the Las Vegas Raiders.
Oh yeah,
It's time.
that was bad. I know they played the Chiefs, who were good again, but that was tough.
Got shut out. They're the second worst scoring team in the league. Geno's thrown the most picks in the league. Also, something we have not really dove into yet. Were the Chiefs drinking vodka in the second half of that football game?
What do you mean?
Have you seen that photo?
No.
Of Google
Chiefs vodka?
Yeah, search it on Twitter. Chiefs vodka.
All right.
Forget I didn't prepare and put the image in for the YouTube chat, but
NFL fans joke Chris Jones drinking vodka as Chief star holds strange bottle.
I mean, he's
wow.
clearly holding a glass bottle with tape around it. I'm sure it's just water.
Maybe it's one of those like turnover props.
Oh, the turnover fifth.
Now that would be quite the choice, and probably he's going to get fined or suspended for that. But
it would.
Pretty funny. Yeah, that does look like that.
Uh-huh. I'm sure there's a reasonable explanation for it. It's Tuesday, and I haven't heard it, though.
Yeah, I haven't either. I'll have to look into this.
Yeah.
Okay, Kansas City Star. No, that wasn't a bottle of vodka on the Chiefs sideline.
Feels like biased reporting, but continue.
I have to subscribe.
Of course you do. It's a newspaper.
Okay, it's more than likely a bottle of water. Upon what grounds?
More than likely,
perhaps
yes.
with electrolytes, carbonation, or a nutritional supplement. Heck, maybe it was pickle juice. Remember when Tyreek Hill was drinking pickle juice? But alcohol, no way. Well,
I don't want.
I mean, of course, it wasn't alcohol, but was it an alcohol bottle? That's the question.
Were they?
He wasn't drinking vodka on the sideline. He was drinking water out of a vodka bottle, which is maybe pretty bad too.
Yes, that's what I think was happening. I don't think they were drinking vodka. I think they were drinking water out of a vessel that used to have vodka in it.
Yeah.
Which I guess is fine, but
still kind of a weird.
There's
choice.
cameras everywhere,
Yeah.
right?
3. Combination of 3 and 5.
Number 3.
Number 3, up a spot this week, mind you, the Tennessee Titans.
Whoa.
They were what I'm going to call competitive against their former coach, Mike Vrabel, on Sunday because I thought they wouldn't score. They did score. They held
13.
a lead. Yeah.
That's more than once.
It is. Cam Ward has been sacked 30 times
Whoa,
this year.
he needs to talk with Dylan Raiola in
Yeah.
the sack club.
Hey, what are you doing? Because I'm handshake meme, those two guys.
Huh. They both just talk about how bad their offensive lines are.
Mm-hmm.
That was it. Not about holding the ball too long.
And Cam would probably say,
that.
hey, you ever tried just like throwing it 50 yards, just chucking it against your body the other side of the field? You should
Honestly,
try that.
I think Dylon should do that a little bit more. I think Dylon could use a little bit of Cam Ward. Cam Ward could use a little bit of Dylon.
I think
Cam could probably chill out a little bit. Dylon could probably step it up.
First of all, I would like him to do it just because it would really set John Bishop off.
Yeah, it would trigger him.
And I think he has a firm enough base to make a throw against his body. Now, it would obviously be an ill-advised throw. It would be one of those, no. Yes!
He's a ball
things.
player. He
Yeah.
can do it. He's made some throws. He was a catcher back in the day.
Mike in the YouTube chat, the Titans need to start Latif. Mike, I'd be all for it at this point.
Who is their Latif?
Okay.
Who is the Titans' backup?
Titans QB roster.
I don't have any sort of idea who that might be.
Oh, of course. It's Brandon Allen.
You know
Brandon Allen, the 9th-year vet out of Arkansas.
Yeah, that's a guy. That's a person.
I don't like that. I don't like that at all, guys.
All right, way to go, Titans.
Here comes 2.
Number 2.
Number 2. They were number 5 last week. They played the number 3 team on this list last week and got stomped.
Ouch.
The Browns defeated the Dolphins handedly. Cleveland out of the bottom 5. Miami further down here at number 2.
Yeah, and they really, I thought that there was a chance that you could give them sort of an honorary number 1 spot, just given how bad of a
Just to
dumpster
mix
fire
it up
is.
for 1 week.
Yeah, it's such a mess right now. But I know, obviously, we know your number 1 team, and they deserve every bit of it. So, But don't let anyone forget, Josh, about how bad this is right now. Miami stinks bad.
They're more so than the Jets, who are a dumpster fire. The Dolphins are the team at the press conference where the media is like, so, like, have you packed your stuff yet? Like, what?
I know there's nothing else to ask.
Yeah,
it's just like, when will you leave?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Okay, number 1. No surprise. It is the New York Jets.
Oh.
Make it so, number 1.
Number 1.
Josh, give me a stat about the Jets that
okay,
because that's your responsibility every week now. You have to give me a stat that shows their ineptitude every week.
The only thing the Jets have won this season are 2 challenges.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know about coin toss record, but
And Nebraska really sucks at the coin toss.
yeah, they won it on Friday and laid an egg.
Bad sign.
They're last in passing, 9th in rushing, though.
So who's going to be the number 1 pick in the draft this year?
Great question. It seems like it might be a bad draft.
Is it a quarterback situation? NFL draft.
Is Carson Beck back?
Rankings 2026.
Give me a mock.
Pro Football Focus NFL Draft Big Board. What do you feel about
I heard
that?
you're not supposed to listen to those guys.
They want Reuben Bain Jr. from
what is that?
Miami. Caleb Downs, Peter Woods, TJ Parker, Jordan Tyson, Jeremiah Love. Oh, would you be interested, Jets fans, in a little Fernando Mendoza?
That's what the chat is saying.
Okay. Dante Moore, Ty Simpson. Somebody's going to talk themselves into Ty Simpson. That's for sure.
Platcat has the highest odds are Mendoza, Sellers, Simpson, and Dante Moore.
So maybe they need to draft Caden Proctor and just give him the ball on the Wildcat quarterback. He's got experience now doing that. He's a first-round guy. Could be fun. All right, go Jets. You'll definitely find your answer and what you're looking for in Fernando Mendoza this year.
We're approaching generationally bad, like notably bad. Not just
Got
you're
a
the
lot of
worst team
names
in the
on
league
there.
this year, but like you're the Jets, you're 0-7.
Yeah.
They're approaching something special.
Getting rough. Just once they get to that 0-10, we'll really start rooting for them.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Josh.
Thank you, Connor.
Those are the worst 5 teams in the NFL. They all stink. In the 1 o'clock hour, we'll tell you about some things that are being said about the future of the NCAA basketball tournament. We'll maybe do a little bit of honking. We will maybe even talk about LeBron James.
LeBron James.
He's very famous. We talk about
Is he
famous
better than
people.
Jordan?
Maybe that's what we'll talk about.
It has to be, right?
Back after this on 1620 The Zone.
All right, let's play a quick game here. Join along with me in a new game that we're just now starting in the show. It will last a long time, almost as long as what was the last one we came up with? Oh, yeah, Cam Ward's Dumbass Awesome Throw of the Week.
Yeah.
This one is something we hope to replicate in perpetuity. Rate that Instagram caption.
Okay.
All right.
I like it. It's always going to be more Instagram posts for us to read.
We just want to know, is this a good caption or is this a bad caption? Or give me some thoughts on this Instagram caption. This comes from actress Kristen Bell.
Okay.
Right? She is married to Dax Shepard.
Sure. The Good Place. She's one of the voices of Frozen. Which one? I'm not
She is
sure.
in that movie that is really good that I really like. What is...
Sounds like you really like
Jason Segel.
Forgetting Sarah Marshall.
Thank you. Great movie.
That is a great movie.
All right. Here's Kristen Bell's Instagram caption. Happy 12th wedding anniversary to the man who once said to me, I would never kill you. A lot of men had killed their wives at a certain point. Even though I'm heavily incentivized to kill you, I never would. That was her anniversary tribute to her husband on their 12th anniversary. A quote from him, which I think is really special. Sweet, in a way. Now, I was alerted to this by the internet who said that she's getting, quote, dragged on the internet. But I really like it. I thought it was sweet. Sweet
is not the word I would use.
I thought it was sweet.
It is, that's a marriage right there. That's
so you're going with that's real?
That's real talk.
That's real. Yeah, you get a little window into their dynamic, into their relationship.
My wife and I talk like that to each other.
Did you just see Dax Shepard say
100%?
I won't kill you. I promise.
I know I look like a man that might kill you.
This would look really bad if he ended up killing her.
Yes, it's quite possibly the first thing people will point out. I don't know why it wouldn't be the first thing people point out.
And he is heavily incentivized to kill her.
No,
he gets all of, but I mean, obviously, he's going to make it look like he didn't kill her.
So Dax hosts a very popular podcast, The Armchair Quarterback.
Oh yeah, people listen to that.
I'm not very familiar with it. I'm aware of it, obviously, but did he say this on the podcast or did he say this?
I think he probably just said this to her.
Yes.
Yeah,
that's the way it reads.
Listen to me, honey. I could kill you.
I could.
I'm not going to.
You were in Frozen,
and if you think about
a lot of that money if you were dead.
If you think about it, I should kill you, but I'm not going to do that.
I should.
That's how much I love you. I think that's really special and really sweet.
Travis in the chat.
Hey, Travis.
Still in Portugal, Travis? The moment your wife knows how much your life insurance policy is worth is the moment you no longer walk down the stairs first.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
But I think there is an element of like, it's good for her to say this out loud because now she said it's out there, right? If he does kill her, then we know exactly,
Mike in the chat with a great idea. If you were planning to kill Kristen Bell, you can now frame Dax Shepard for the murder.
Good point. She inadvertently opened the door for other potential murderers.
Yes.
Fascinating. Also, Travis lives in Portugal.
Lives? I didn't know this was a move.
I know people
Travis.
could just move to Portugal.
I thought this was
Poll question. Did you know you could just move to Portugal?
Okay.
Who just does that?
Yeah. A brave man.
Yeah.
Did you know?
By the way, we were talking about NFL quarterbacks earlier and how the draft is bad this year. Bernie writes in on Twitter.
Bernie.
He says, if only it was next year's draft, the Jets would have to decide between Dylon and Arch Manning. Either way, all their problems would be solved. Facts. You don't think so?
No. Okay. I think you're right. I was just kind of reading some of Sam's quotes from.
Oh, what do we got? Is there anything bad? Did something bad happen?
I don't know. I haven't even read it yet. Dana says of the first drive at Minnesota,
Okay.
the first 2 plays were run plays, were RPOs attached.
Yes.
Dillon has the option to throw there.
Yes.
On the second of those, when he got sacked because no one was running a route, Holgerson says Isaiah Hunter missed a signal and didn't know he was to run a route. He blocked instead.
Hey, that's when you know you're in for a long bleeping night. We got nobody on the same page on the second play.
Holgerson said that could have been a 70-yard touchdown.
Okay, he didn't need to say that.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to hear that.
I'm with you right there. And then you're like, well,
nobody wants to hear that.
Could have popped the big one there. It was going to be it was a hell of a route I told him to run.
Could have been a touchdown.
Yep.
If he would have just ran it, and then Dillon would have got sacked, and he would have thrown it to you in the correct manner,
And
the
you would
right
have caught it,
timing,
and you would have
ran.
Yeah, not gotten tackled.
It would have been, though.
Yeah.
It would have been. All right, here is NCAA President Charlie Baker yesterday. Good to hear from Charlie. Oh, boy, Charlie. Always enlightened by our conversation. Speaking of that, I watched Moneyball on the plane.
Oh, tell me
everything. What a movie.
How can you not be romantic about
I
this?
was flying into San Francisco watching Moneyball. I could see Oakland. I could see it out of my window. And I said, that's where Brad Pitt is driving right now, listening to that song. Oh, what a movie.
Remember when the Royals were down 11 runs?
Yes. And then they came back.
All the way back.
And then, God, nobody gives Chris Pratt enough credit for how perfectly he did that. With the arm swings and the rounding of the bases and all of those things. I mean, Chris Pratt, well done. Anyway. Yeah, but one of the quotes that Art Howe, aka Philip Seymour Hoffman, did was, or Brad Pitt did to Art Howe. It was always enlightened by our conversation, invigorated by my love of the game. Whatever it was. Also, I wanted to give a shout out on my latest rewatch of Moneyball. You know what I had the realization of this time? The guy who played the head scout.
Okay, I know who you're talking about.
What
He's
a
that guy.
performance. What a performance by that guy. Got a great voice. And he really played the villain really
gravelly,
well.
but not so gravelly that you're like, okay, this guy's a cartoon character.
What a performance.
I'm going to see this guy on IMDb, and I'm not going to know who it is. Am I?
No, the name won't make any sense to you, but, Billy, you can't math, base. You get some Yale, Harvard genius in here.
Yeah. There's a little drawl to it.
They can't do what we do because they don't know what we know. That was, great.
Great.
And he
take,
goes,
Connor.
I'm not going to fire you. I'm not going to fire you. And he goes, bleep you, Billy. He kind of pokes him with this. Now I am. Okay. Here's Charlie on speaking at a Big East event yesterday in New York City. On his take on March Madness. Maybe why the tournament should expand. Quote, one of the reasons I'm interested in expanding the tournament, I do think there are teams that didn't make the tournament that should have, and it bummed me out that they didn't get in. Once again, this is the president of the NCAA saying, here's why I think that if I'm to give my 2 cents on this, here's why I think that the tournament should expand. Honestly, just lie to us and tell us it's about the money or whatever it is. Don't say this. Don't say this because it bummed me out.
Really
that
bummed
the
me out.
76th best team in the country didn't get into the NCAA tournament and they went 6-14 in their league. This is horrifying. What a Charlie Baker has been responsible for some bad quotes in his time as the NCAA president. This one got under my skin the most, I think. It really bummed me out. Really bummed me out that I don't know who made the crown last year outside of Nebraska. Villanova. It'd be Villanova, right? Was USC in there? Yeah, it would be USC, right? Xavier was Xavier in there. That feels like a crown team. They were all crowned up last year. It just bummed me out that they didn't get in. Why? Why did it bum you out, Charlie Baker? It shouldn't have. this whole NCAA tournament expansion makes me want to do the exact opposite. People call me a contrarian, but everybody, and maybe they're right when they talk about this. Everybody wants to talk about expanding the tournament. I want to contract it. I want to shrink the tournament. Can we make the tournament smaller just to make these idiots stop? There is too many. There's already not enough good teams to make out a 68-team tournament.
You've hit the nail on the head with, okay, too truthful. You got to lie to me. You got to lie. Like,
Just
say it
tell
was
me-
about the money.
Just tell me it's about money. Just tell me it's about all that stuff. It's great. Please do that. Don't tell me that you're bummed out that the 60th best team in Power Conference basketball didn't make it.
I was bummed out.
I was bummed out. What a shame. The 16th best Big Ten team didn't get in this year. Darn it. Oh, what's that? Every single SEC team still made it? Okay. I'm bummed out about a different league.
I'm bummed out about your league.
Or who's the one team that didn't make it in the SEC? South Carolina?
Wow.
Bum me out. Bum me out. They didn't make the tournament. This is a stupid quote. So thank you, Charlie.
It's so bad.
For the great stupid quote. Travis writes in.
Hi, Travis.
From Portugal. He says, boomers are the worst. They both complain about participation trophies and at the same time are the same ones to hand them out.
I learned it from watching you, Dad.
Exactly. It bums me out. All right. What?
I'm sorry. Were you about to throw it to break?
I was, but
Okay.
we could pick it.
I'd like to end it with some information on the scout from Moneyball.
What an actor.
What an actor indeed. His name is Ken Medlock. Born on Halloween in 1949.
Oh, his birthday's coming up.
That's right.
Oh, he's old.
He was. He was a baseball
He
player.
was?
Yes.
He's dead?
No.
Oh.
He's just no longer a baseball player. That's why I used the past tense.
But
there.
you said he was old.
Oh, he is old and will be old in 10 days when he celebrates his 76th birthday.
Thank God.
As a player, Medlock was a pitcher for the Decatur Commodores in the 1970s. He later worked as a coach for the St. Paul Saints. Let's run through his resume a little bit, see if you notice a trend here.
All right.
Let's see. Now, I'm obviously cherry picking, but Mr. Baseball, 1992, starring Tom Selleck. He was an umpire. Major League 2, 1994, he was an umpire. Major League 3, back to the minors, 1998, he was Twins assistant coach.
I do see the trend.
That was a movie based on the St. Paul, I believe they called them the Buzz.
I would love to just have this guy's career. He is the guy you go to if you want a good actor that also knows ball.
He, in one episode of Seventh Heaven, he played an umpire. 2 episodes of whatever Clubhouse is. I'm not sure what that TV series is. He played an umpire.
Sounds like a baseball related show.
In the Billy Bob Thornton version of Bad News Bears, 2005, he played an umpire.
Whoa!
In one episode of The Shield, he played an umpire.
Oh my God, this is amazing. So he's just an umpire until he turned to a scout in Moneyball.
Yes.
I wonder if they asked him to be an umpire before they thought, "Whoa, this guy's too good.
This guy's voice.
We have to make him like a big part of the movie."
Yeah. Got to beef that part up a little bit.
What a performance from what's his name again? Bill?
Ken Medlock.
Ken, you have a new fan in me. I'm sorry it took me 36 watches of Moneyball to finally arrive at this point, but that guy rocks. I got a text here from Matt McMaster.
Hi, Matt McMaster.
After he learned that we were playing the game, rate that Instagram quote.
Oh yeah.
He requested that we rate his.
Okay.
All right. So we can do this. For 3 years, you've been clapping? ? Is that a reference to something? I don't know.
I'm not familiar if it is.
Desmond Howard striking a pose, man. Is that like a John Gruden quote or something like that? Friends. Call me Mr. Mufasa. I had to master stampedes. Mufasa wasn't very good at that, was he?
He was not, famously.
Famously.
Is this a Matt post, or is he just sending us a post that he stumbled
No,
upon?
these are Matt posts.
These are different posts or the same posts?
These are different posts.
Okay, that's better that they're different posts.
Yep. This one just says what the song says, and then the song is Time to Pretend. You Don't Know Bo. Hogs Wild. And then there's like kind of a cheesy one. Giddy Up. My Little Bros. Hashtag Sorry Frank. Part 3. Hashtag Cranberry Juice. Lemonade. All right.
Sweet, sweet lemonade.
I don't know what the kids are up to on Instagram these
Yeah.
days. I prefer Kristen Bell's direction in the way that she went.
I do too.
Jeff writes in on the text line.
Hi, Jeff.
Now I expect to see random Moneyball clips on my TikTok feed. Oh, yeah.
You're going to get them.
We coming. And guess what? You should be happy about it because it's a good thing.
Stop what you're doing and watch them.
We'll be back after this on 1620 The Zone. But yes, I'd like to first remind you all about Underdog Fantasy. Ladies and gentlemen, we have the beginning of basketball season tonight. I know. But what if I told you there is a way that we can make this tragedy, if you think it's a tragedy, work for you? It's called Underdog Fantasy. Ladies and gentlemen, you make your picks higher or lower. You could do it right now in the state of Nebraska. So think about it. Whether it be points, assists, rebounds, turnovers, whatever it might be, you can combine them together at the end of the day. Take your pick higher or lower, and you got yourself a nice little underdog card, ladies and gentlemen. Download the app today and sign up with the promo code HAPPER1620 to score $100 in bonus funds or bonus entries when you play your first $5. It's all it takes. That's promo code HAPPER1620. Underdog, make picks, win money. Must be 19 plus and present in Nebraska. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/play and get terms _DFS_.html for details. Concern with your play, call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.ncpgambling.org. All right, welcome back. Connor Happer, Josh Odson with your reminder. This week's zone deals to the Woodcliff Restaurant, Omaha's best outdoor patio. And perfect for a romantic dinner for two, or of course, a family night as well. With the perfect view of Woodcliff Lake. As always, the zone deal this week is standard two $25 gift vouchers for just the price of one $25. That's on sale Friday at 9/16/20thezone.com, or you can listen to John and Josh this week for your chance to win $50 in vouchers for $0. Let's take a phone call on the Prairie Flower Casino Zone Hotline. Okay, let me see if I can. Is it 3, Josh? We have to do 3 here. 2. Okay. Random Mike is here. Great to hear from you, Mike. What's going on?
Hey, likewise. I was thinking, with all the abuse Dylan's taking, physical, mental, from a bunch of people, this is why he didn't want to go to Nebraska in the first place. Didn't he? He turned Nebraska down in the recruiting process at least twice, correct?
Yes, twice. Yeah, he committed to 2 other schools. Yep.
Ohio State and then Georgia. And I'm sure, his uncle's here. His dad's a legend. He grew up a big fan. But hey, that expression, survive and advance. I'm sure he told his uncle, I love you, uncle, but, I got to survive before I advance. And when he came here, it was because the quarterback at Georgia decided to come back for another year.
Yeah.
This is why. To be leading the world in sacks, tell me this. Can our coordinator, Dana, would it help if he went up into the box like every NFL coordinator does?
I don't know. I don't know if that would get. He said that he likes calling plays, with he wants to feel it, like he likes the emotion of it, and I don't know, whatever makes him most comfortable. I think it's more of a game plan thing than a play calling thing. If I'm just to sort of guess it on its face, that would be my guess. And so I don't know what moving to the booth would do to affect that.
Yeah, Osborne was considered a great play caller. He was, not in the box, certainly as a head coach. But I remember Damon talking about how good Solich was up in the box. He was great at seeing things and being able to react pretty quickly. And you wonder how good we are up in the box because, your quarterback's getting killed. And sure, Dylan could be doing more, but anybody watching knows he's just under tremendous pressure. But have you followed Cole Payton at all?
Not much this year, no.
Oh, man. Did you see much of him in high school? Did you ever do any of his games?
We did. Gary and I did the state championship, the one where where Alvano made the kick. That was the last time, yeah.
He's going to be, if things go the way they are, he'll win the equivalent of the Heisman in FBS or FCS or whatever they call it. He's just having a fantastic year, and he's throwing the ball great. But the thing is, he is great at running and avoiding sacks. He's hardly been sacked at all, and obviously it would help, Dylan to be able to do that. But hey, I got a question for you. In baseball, the habit of these catchers of moving, they catch and then they move their glove to make it look better.
Yep.
It's being done more than ever before, don't you think?
100%.
They're really good at it.
Yep.
But if you're an umpire, don't you see them doing that?
It's you see it happening, but it's subtle enough. And you're trying to present the pitch in a proper, of course, but catchers have been able to figure out that, hey, this is something where I could take advantage of maybe an inch here or there, maybe a quarter of an inch, whatever it might be, and they do it. But yeah, I don't think it's not for the express purpose of fooling the umpire, as much as it is just trying to present them with the best image of the pitch that is thrown.
Yeah, but if I'm an umpire and I see they're moving it, actions speak louder than words. That's their way of saying
Sure.
I'm trying to make it look better than it is.
Yeah.
And sometimes when it works and the umpire will delay and they've moved it a lot, I'm just thinking it's almost like a comedy routine. What the hell you doing? But hey, back to Cole Payton, if I may. If if your team, and their team is fantastic, North Dakota State, and if you notice, we have never scheduled North Dakota State, Nebraska has.
No.
And there a very good reason. You don't want to lose to them. But if people really feel like North Dakota State is as good as any team in the country, whatever division, should they be allowed to play in the playoffs?
Well, not if they're playing a schedule where they get to run through the FCS all year long. No, probably not.
Yeah, because they are for real, and they've got a lot of legitimate players. And look at all the NFL quarterbacks they've turned out.
Oh yeah, they're legit. Thanks for the call, Mike. Appreciate it, and good to hear from you. But in a 1-game scenario, you could beat a Power 5 team over an entire season. Tough. By the way, misspoke earlier. So the game that the West Side game where Alvano made the field goal, that would not have been a Cole Payton game. That would have been a Rezak game, I believe. So I did do a few of Payton's games, but that was when I was working in Lincoln. Did a couple of this, playoff games, whatever it might have been. But yes, he is having a very, very nice year. It's completing 75% of his passes for 1,500 yards and 11 touchdowns. The West Side product is at North Dakota State. And guess what? Right on cue this weekend, NDSU and SDSU.
Boom.
Both 7-0 coming up on Saturday night.
1 versus 2, right?
I would assume so, given they're both undefeated at this point. I don't know who's 1 and who's 2. I haven't checked my FCS rankings lately.
You don't have your spreadsheets up to date?
No, I don't. FCS coaches poll. You do that. NDSU 1, SDSU 2.
Okay.
At this moment. That game is in the cities. Vermilion this week. Yes. Vermilion is where South Dakota State is, right?
I couldn't tell you.
No. Where is it? Help me. Vermilion.
Brookings.
Damn it. I'm sorry. Sorry to all my friends in either of the Dakotas.
Apologize to Dan Jackson.
You're not
Burke
all
alum.
the same. You're not all the same. All right. Let's take another phone call here.
Chris.
Here's Chris on the Prairie Flower Casino Zone hotline. Hi, Chris.
Good afternoon, guys.
How you doing?
I think I'm doing good. Thank you for asking. How's yourself?
Good.
I think Dana's called enough games and seen enough games that he probably knows what's going on. Doesn't need to be upstairs or downstairs. My comment with QB2, and that's how I'm going to say it because I don't want people to get caught up on names, was all in pertaining to us not scoring in game and having some plays set up for some series for the QB2 to come in just to spark the team and take advantage of the easy schedule that we have. And because the end goal is to get to the CFP, which we still can. We only have 2 losses, and if we finish out, who knows what's going to happen. I'm not saying that QB1 is losing his starting job because QB2 comes in when we only got 2 field goals on the scoreboard. I'm not saying that. It doesn't mean that QB2 thinks that he's going to be the starter either. It's just part of the game, part of an adjustment, part of winning the game. And that's where I wanted to get your opinion, Connor, because Josh was agreeing with me when I first brought it up. I want to get your opinion on that to where why wouldn't Rhule bring in the backup? And if we don't have a ready backup, then that's a problem because from what I'm seeing on the chat, our 2026 recruiting class isn't too good. So if we lose TJ because he doesn't want to sit, then now we're in bad shape next year. So if we don't have a proven running back, RB2, and we don't have a proven QB2, we're worse off than we thought. I just wanted your opinion on that, Connor.
Okay, Chris. Thanks for the call. Appreciate it.
For the second time today.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Okay, gotcha. So I would say that it's not good practice to worry about next year's roster this year if you're just trying to scratch and claw and find your way to win enough games to get to wherever you want to get to. Nebraska does have a quarterback committed in the 2026 class. It's Dayton Raiola. Nebraska will also have their starting quarterback next year. In theory, it'll be Dylan Raiola again. And then at which point, at the point that Dylan isn't here, let's just say it's after next year, the year after that, so going into 27, they will have brought in Trey Taylor. There will be 3 quarterbacks that haven't started games on the roster, which is, it's not an ideal situation to go into, but it's never stopped anybody before. It's Julian Saints' first start this year also,
Keep bringing quarterbacks in. Like that.
They're going to keep doing it. And if you lose one of them, which you're going to, for the record, I don't know if it's going to be Latif. I don't know if it's going to be Dayton. I don't know if it's going to be Dylan. I don't know if it's going to be Taylor, but not all of them are going to be here at the same time in 27. Because Dylan will be a senior at that point. Maybe he stays for his senior year, but not all of those guys are going to be here at the same time either. That's just kind of the way it goes. So I just don't think that's like the way you want to think about it. And to answer the question, hopefully more bluntly than I possibly ever have, I don't think bringing him in helps you win. Simple as that. I don't.
So we're done with all the
no. We're not done.
Whatabouts?
We're not done. But people keep asking it in different ways. Like,
Sure.
what if you did this and this and this and this? It's like, I don't think it helps you win.
Don't you want to do everything possible to win, Connor?
Yeah, I don't think
with this easy schedule,
I don't
the
think
easiest in the history of the sport.
Do you guys think that bringing in Mosey helps you win?
I do not.
I don't either. Do you guys think bringing in like some wide receiver that's never played? Wide receiver is a bad example because there's 3 of them and there's too many snaps to go around. Great. Now we open the portal door on the Tiffy's conversation again. But I don't. That's it. That's as simple as I could put it. We'll take a break. We get the poll questions. We'll tell you what to watch next on 1620 The Zone.
I'm a fabulous driver.
The Connor Happer Show
I'm one of the best friends you could ever have in your life.
on 1620 The Zone.
I hate you.
When it comes to concrete repair, Everlevel has some serious game. Coach Greg McDermott here to coach you on why you should choose Everlevel Concrete Repair. They've got the fundamentals to fix your cracked and uneven concrete, and their products will give you the best
right, before we get to the polls, I just saw this video out of Knoxville.
Knoxville?
Somebody got a
You're
long...
watching videos in Knoxville?
Somebody got a long lens because they knew that Tennessee was doing their Fall Ball World Series today, and they wondered if a certain somebody was present.
Is Tony there?
He is.
Okay.
Tony Vitello is in the Tennessee dugout with the Vols today, and he's not managing the San Francisco Giants.
Now, to be fair, the same people that told us Tony would be the man in San Francisco were the people that said Albert Pujols would be the next manager of the Angels, and that is not true.
That is now gone to Kurt Suzuki.
Yeah.
Wow, where did my childhood go?
Right.
Unbelievable. My favorite players are becoming managers. Kurt Suzuki wasn't one of my favorite players, but I always liked him.
Yeah.
In the same way that I like the guy, the head scout from Moneyball.
I respect it.
Yeah. I like that. All right, to the polls at Happer Show on the JTech Construction Zone Twitter feed. Is everything roasted poblano something? I have not seen this trend really take off, but I'm interested to potentially get in on the ground floor of it.
In 6 months, everyone's going to come back to this take and go, wow, Matt was really onto something.
60% say no. Is Batman a lot like Ohio State?
I think you guys were onto something.
Born on third base. 54% say no. Did those girls want to wear the masks?
Absolutely not.
67% say no. Has Mike Brown done more for you than any woman?
No.
69% say no.
Nice.
And did you know that you could just move to Portugal?
I guess I did know that. Like, I knew it was.
Never thought about it as a possibility, though.
Yeah.
56% say yes, they knew that.
Okay. Good job, audience.
Way to go. Those are the polls. Josh, what are we watching tonight?
We're watching college football. Who's ready for some Tuesday night? I don't know what conference this is. Kennesaw State at FIU.
What is that conference? That's a Coosa, right?
Coosa or American? I'm not sure what. Probably Coosa. 6 o'clock, ESPN2. It is Vice night for the Panthers.
What's that mean?
At Pitbull Stadium, they're going to wear the
black,
black,
gotcha.
pink, and light blue uniforms.
Well, maybe that's a Sun Belt. Thank you, Greg and Lincoln. Is that a Sun Belt situation? I could check that out.
Thank you. Western Kentucky at Louisiana Tech, 6:30 on CBS Sports Network. Connor, for the first time in 8,532 days, the NBA will air on NBC tonight.
Wow.
It is opening night in the association. These are regular season games that count.
It's real.
The Rockets and Kevin Durant, people forget Kevin Durant is a Rocket now. We'll watch the first ever banner be hung inside of whatever arena Oklahoma City plays in. 6:30 tonight on NBC. At halftime, Mike Tirico picks Michael Jordan's brain in a recurring series called MJ Insights to Excellence. They'll do that throughout the season. Warriors-Lakers, your nightcap, because of course it is, 9 o'clock on NBC. Hockey doubleheader on ESPN. Florida Panthers at the Boston Bruins, 6:30 tonight. I'm told this is Brad Marchand's return to Boston, which is a big deal. And then the Colorado Avalanche travel to Utah to take on the Mammoth at 9 o'clock. The Avs will be wearing their Quebec Nordiques sweaters.
Oh, the Avs
tonight.
fans are all triggered because they're like, I want to buy one.
Yeah, so you're going to see a bunch of people on your timeline tonight talking fashion with FIU and the Colorado Avalanche. Just be prepared, okay?
Which, by the way, both those college football games are both in the Conference USA.
Coosa.
Yes.
Okay. Moving on. Netflix new documentary called Who Killed the Montreal Expos? It presents an investigation into the downfall of the Montreal Expos, Canada's first Major League Baseball team, and who was ultimately responsible. Gee, what a week to drop that.
Was it Bud Selig?
It was
Don't give it away.
David Sampson is who it was. That was his name. I forgot. Blue Jays make the World Series, and then boom, this drops on Netflix. And finally tonight, 8 o'clock on Bravo. Connor, I'm curious what your wife has to say about this. The series premiere of Wife Swap, the Real Housewives edition. The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City star Angie Katzenevas swaps lives with an off-the-grid homesteader whose family lives without electricity, running water, or rules. Really? Rules?
I don't know.
I think the laws still apply to these people.
She'll be watching.
She will, and I cannot wait for the takes.
There will be tweets. Okay. There will be tweets. Josh, thanks.
Thank you, Connor.
So we're watching tonight. This is the show. If you missed anything, 1620thezone.com is where you can find it. The crossover is next.